dust off the old Nintendo 64, which apparently has online capability, because that's what we're going with. Pop in the game, and it loads inside an old yet strangely well kept temple. You're in a room surrounded by the soft hum of 3 gemstones that shine and shimmer behind you. Each one is one that has a lot of meaning, or you've been a lot to acquire it. You had one that allowed you, or required you to visit the headwater, get the approval of the rest of the Zora people, and gain a couple of other things you didn't bargain for at the time. You had one that took you to the forest, with people who were quite helpful to you, and some who were just plain jerks. And then you went to the mountains, all of them. Taken all over the place on a wild MacGuffin chase to find the final of the red gemstones. A giant stone door lies behind you, open, leading to a hallway and a pedestal that now stands empty with a single sunbeam, even though the sun was not shining. A single sunbeam shining down upon it. In this room there are 6 of you. The 5 players, and a curiously healthy youth in a robe and a turban, with half of his or her mask wrapped up and covered. The last thing 3 of you heard ended with the word master. Welcome back.
Save the game.
Yes.
It saved. You have done things, and now it is now saved.
We just didn't want to see the cutscene next time we loaded.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
That's fair. I respect it.
Oh, you are okay.
If you are talking about what you saw in the vision, I didn't know I was a part of it, but...
What?
Vision?
The test of the goddesses.
Oh, I do remember that.
They had to see whether you were worthy.
No, I mean when we were all attacked.
Oh, we were attacked. Yes.
I don't think I've ever seen this guy a day in my life.
She
was
He
being
was
numbed by
Is
whatever
it
that
she?
thing was.
Yes. Oh, okay.
So there
Did
was
you
this
just
thing.
describe getting viciously assaulted as being nommed?
I did. Moving forward.
He was, though.
yeah,
What else did you see?
a big wolf.
It was
It
consuming
was
you?
the one doing the numbing.
Apparently.
Poco, I think he's talking about the vision, not the wolf.
Well, he
The
doesn't
wolf
seem
was
to.
the vision, I think.
Well,
What?
Was it?
I asked if Sheik was okay.
Is this Sheik? Are you Sheik?
You may call me Sheik.
Who the fuck?
Sheik.
I already asked that.
So the
Have you seen us before?
Yes.
When?
I opened the door of time for you.
But
And
then
you-
after that,
We were attacked.
It's only been a moment.
Ah!
This sword on your back changed color. I take it the vision was successful then.
did you just stand there and watch us hallucinate?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Awesome.
I take it was then.
The
Thanks,
sword
that's why we
Yes,
speaks to
fight.
Tamar.
Poco.
Everything that happens lately is just so deeply unsettling.
Master, I am ready.
Oh god.
That was heard by Poco only.
Okay.
Oh thank
Okay.
god.
To do what?
Huh?
Margo?
There is a 0.5% chance of you needing to use the sword in this area. I calculate an 85% chance that the people around you are your traveling companions.
Poco, are you okay?
15%.
Yes?
There's a 98% chance that they're looking at you quite confused.
Yes?
Yes, Poco.
Should I create a physical manifest for them?
Yes?
Out of the sword itself, a figure comes out, vaguely feminine in nature. Humanoid, though more accurately looks to be carved out of stone, or made of living stone, rather than flesh and bone. A light blue color towards where the head would be. I say where the head would be because, again, it seems to be carved out of stone. The eyes have no pupils. It never has to blink. Its hairstyle, hairstyle again is very simple because it seems to be cut out of stone or living plastic in modern times. Arms descend in very graceful curves down to, instead of hands, just flowing sleeves. A diamond on the chest shines with a blue light, with a little bit of blackness somewhere in that darts in and out of your cognition. Ends has a skirt, relatively simple, and fishnets that are the same color, the same green that was the color of the wrapping around the Master Sword itself, which, now that the spirit has left the sword, has returned to its original color. Greetings, servants of the goddess. My designation is Phi. How may I help you?
Phi?
Phi. I am called Phi.
What do we do now?
Well, I guess all of us, meaning all of those who still are alive, would hope that you might perhaps vanquish the evil that resides in Hyrule Castle and perhaps...
Wait, it's in the castle? I thought it was in the desert.
What?
I was told a desert was involved.
Do you happen to know where all the song pieces are? We need a song.
No,
Which
well,
was
no,
that
we
directed
were told we needed this song to get this, to get Phi. But do we have Phi?
So do we not need a song?
Sheik did the song.
Sheik did the song.
I know many songs. Which song would you like to hear?
The Song of the Hero.
I tried fixing that. Song of the Hero. That one I've never heard.
Okay.
That is apparently the one that we need.
Apparently.
I
Fight
What?
the darkness?
No, it was supposed to be the thing. You had to play that on the magical instrument with the three gems to open the door, and the door is open, and we have Phi the sword.
Okay, so what we're clearly misunderstanding is we brought the gems, Sheik used the ocarina,
But
and played the song.
Sheik is saying she doesn't know the song. Sheik does not know what that song is.
No, Phi does not know what that song is.
Sheik, do you know what that song is? Is that what you played?
Song of the Hero, you said?
Yes.
I've never been made known of it, or know what it perhaps could be used for.
Did you play any sort of song?
Yeah,
What did you
I
play?
played the Song of Time.
That's the song we needed.
Maybe?
So that's certifiably the song we needed to get into the Temple of Time, and Sheik played it, and now we're here and we have the sword, and that quest doesn't matter anymore. Now we've finished the other one.
It also had to be played on a very specific instrument.
The Ocarina of Time, yes.
What did Sheik play the song on?
The Ocarina of Time.
Okay.
We played
A light blue
the Song
ocarina.
of Time on the Ocarina of Time to open the door of time.
Yep.
In the
Before
Temple of
somewhere
Time.
to do with time.
We're in the Temple of Time, actually.
Oh my god. Time is an illusion.
Yep.
I roll to disbelieve.
You turn off your console.
Luckily, we just saved!
Yeah. So you don't have to go through the cutscene again.
Okay, so you say that the big evil is in the castle.
Yes. There is a 99.9 repeating chance that I can guide you to the evil.
Hell, I can guide us to the castle.
Yes, but is that
To the evil within the castle, Master.
is that
Master.
what we do now?
What is your designation?
Do not call me
Right,
that.
right?
But you are a master.
Incorrect.
As are you, and as are you. What is
What
your
do
designation,
you mean
Master?
when you say master?
One who may wield the spirit of the sword.
Okay, why us three?
The goddesses chose you because of the balance. There are three main powers: wisdom, courage, and power. You showed the greatest amount of balance amongst all three. For you, short one, what is your designation?
Pokoro Nakisaturinik.
Poco Roanata Sectorinig. You have shown yourself balanced because you have the power to forsake wisdom.
This is out of character laughing for me.
Oh, this is Umara laughing.
Oh.
fight a monster greater than yourself.
Yes?
That would have rendered you into multiple small pieces.
I had to save Sheik.
Moving on.
Y'all about to get roasted too.
Monochromatic one.
That's you.
What is your designation?
Sierra Drassi.
Sierra Drassi. You showed the courage... Hold. Recalibrating. You showed the wisdom to forsake courage. Because you knew exactly when to fight and when to run. I was not expecting to hear your voice. Yet you also were chosen. Shiny one, what is your designation?
Oh god, as long as you don't call me Master, just call me Umara.
Umara. You showed the wisdom to manage power.
Hey!
2 out of 3.
You bear a cursed blade.
Oh, that's the worst sign.
Did you not know?
I just hoped that it wasn't terrible.
It is not terrible. But a fragment of evil is sealed away in the Foresword, just as a fragment of evil is sealed away in the Master Sword.
Oh! Should we not have them together?
There is a 0.03% chance of that being a good idea. You choose to use the Foresword.
Yeah,
So don't hold them at the
No.
Exactly.
No, she said
You show the wisdom to know when to
0.03
properly
if it
apply
is.
power.
But it's not a good idea to have them together.
Yes.
So we're fine.
You have the 3 in balance.
Low that it is no.
You
We're
have
fine.
the 3 in balance, and you have the 3 in balance. Hence, all 3 of you are... 2 of you are masters, and 1 of you was an Umara.
Correct.
Either of you 3 may wield the weapon.
Maybe all?
Only one at a time.
There's only one sword.
I think.
Sounds like a challenge.
Which weapon should I inhabit?
What?
What?
Oh! That is cool.
Permit me to step out of line and say, you are cool, Master Totoro Nata Saturnini.
Got her.
So,
Which weapon shall I inhabit?
If nobody else has an idea,
I have a question. So, the Master Sword, the thing that Poco carries, that doesn't matter at all. We don't give a damn about that in regards
Master
to
Poco
the Master
is
Sword.
not carrying a sword that is abnormal. Master Poco is
You-
carrying a regular sword.
You are the Master Sword.
Yes, I am the spirit that was once housed in the Master Sword.
That's why they said it wasn't the Master Sword yet.
Any weapon that I choose to inhabit can become the Master weapon.
Dude,
I
if
ask you
have
again.
net-
Which weapon
Ah! Umara drops to her hands and knees at that comment.
Jitsuko looks horribly embarrassed and guilty.
You were going to say something, Master Poco.
sword
Sword?
Sure.
for now.
And the color again changes on the sword. It now has a handle that is a darker blue, almost to a purple, and the hilt is wrapped in green, almost leather, which again matches the exact same pattern of the leggings that Fi was wearing. And intuitively, you can kind of grasp some of the abilities that come along with wielding the master weapon. Base enhancement is just +2. It does 2 extra d6 of damage to creatures that are either inherently by their existence evil or created by evil magic. Now this doesn't mean a jerk who is a human who just does bad things and chooses to be a jerk. It's like monsters created that should not exist. The blade itself will shine white, which will increase the illumination of the spot you are standing on when you're in the presence of monsters that this applies to. Also, regardless of whether or not it does damage to those creatures, it is defending, so it's a +2 to your AC as well. And when your health is at full, you can shoot a blade beam, which it's kind of like magic missile, but it doesn't. Blade beam is basically allows you to make a ranged melee attack at a range increment of half your walking or running speed.
Got it.
To be more appropriate. But that is only if you are at full health. switching the Master Sword, the Spirit of the Sword can be transferred to any weapon amongst the three of you only.
Mm-hmm.
But it cannot be used more than once per turn. So if you choose to have it inhabit the blade of the sword for one turn, you can't transfer it to each another person down the initiative order.
Damn.
Nor can Umara change and quick draw and use everything as a master weapon. If you choose, each turn it has to inhabit one thing. That being said, it can be changed with a free action as long as it is not attempted to be used for more than one thing per turn.
Okay.
And again, it is highly recommended that you do not try to do the Four Sword with the Master Sword.
Alpha recommended it.
Bad things gonna happen.
Yep.
Let us not
Master Vati.
let's not put the two fragments of evil together and allow them to resonate.
I don't know, why not?
Just save beforehand, try it, see what happens, and reload the save.
That's scummy.
It is.
But I want to see what happens.
Not a bad idea.
Another thing that, while the sword is then in sword mode, when Fi has taken residence in a weapon, she can only talk to the person that is wielding. So when she takes a physical manifestation, she can talk to anybody. Sword only. She's then in the sword. And she does speak to Poco. I can use my ability called Dowsing to help you locate the great evil.
I guess this is it then.
This sounds like final stretch stuff.
Yes.
I would say that we should probably all get a night's sleep beforehand.
How do we feel as far as
The wolf thing
yeah?
was just a vision.
Okay.
So you have every HP, every resource, that had been utilized in that fight. It was never really utilized. It was all a hallucination, as was properly called out. So the spell that you used to sneak past all the undead things, that has been spent, and I believe you guys traveled all night. So that means the fight where you saved the two people out hunting truffles, I think it was.
Yeah.
All of those resources have been expended and have not come back.
Which means I'm out a couple of...
Yep.
Good chunk of my healing.
So I have no idea what my health is at. That's a pretty safe assumption.
So, shall we get a night's rest and then...
Yes, that sounds like good idea.
Yes.
It seems to be safest to rest here rather than anywhere outside.
I would agree with that.
If you would like, I can keep watch for you. Not many things, evil things, can enter this place, especially the closer you get to the pedestal.
Was this sheep?
I'm not good enough to do different voices.
You're fine.
You're solid.
Question. Sheik does have Sheikah symbolism on her.
Hard to see because she's wearing a big old robe.
Fair.
And I'm using pronouns pretty much interchangeably because it starts with the letters S-H-E. So it's like, I keep saying she, but Sheik is very androgynous.
Yes.
It is hard to tell Sheik's gender.
Yes. They. We can rotate watches so that you're not stuck staying up all night on your own, and you can get your own rest.
Then I can take a watch as well. Unless you would feel safer if one of your companions was always awake to do so.
I see no reason to feel unsafe with you.
He guarded us while we hallucinated, so.
That is true.
Regardless of how much time you think has passed, it was very much just the blink of an eye, and you were back after I played the song.
I don't know if that's more or less like that.
Alright, so Koya starts setting up, like, sleeping bag and stuff like that. Offers to take first watch. So I'm feeling pretty good.
That's fair. I'll take second.
I can take third.
Okay.
Okay. That makes the 5.
Master, it is a 99.9% chance that getting sleep is a good idea.
Thank you, Fi. I will do that.
guys can set up shop.
Mm-hmm.
She chooses to also take first watch.
Mm-hmm.
And for once sits cross-legged in front of Koya as they both spend the night watching a very motionless entrance to the temple.
Uh-huh. I would like to have a conversation with Sheik, but I'm also very happy to have that happen off camera because nobody else is awake.
That's fair. That's fair. Good.
Oh dear.
What? Why do you always say "oh dear" when Koya wants to have conversations with people?
Because Koya's conversations make us say "oh dear."
She's just a rogue, guys. She just does rogue things.
She's just a rogue.
Yeah,
Yes.
the cleric is also just a rogue, so.
No, the cleric has gone rogue.
Yeah, there we go. It's just.
Going to hide in shame. In religious shame.
Everyone make a luck check.
Oh dear.
One by one.
Okay.
1.
I got a 1!
Well, you got some bad nightmares coming up.
Oh,
You got some real bad nightmares coming up.
Do you want it on a 20 or 2D? Do you want
20.
20?
20. Do you want the nightmares described?
6.
Relatively nightmarish. As far as it's very well lit in the area that you are having your nightmare in.
Nightmares can't happen during the day.
You're sleeping.
Bad things only happen at night.
Umara's in a desert.
I thought that's where we were going.
That is her nightmare. It is a desert, and the floor sinks out from under her. She tries to swim, but there's no water to push.
That's horrifying.
And about 20 feet away, there's a net. And she never can reach it.
And all you hear is bird laughter.
Who next?
I think you rolled. You
yes,
rolled a 6?
I gave you a nightmare.
Okay.
Honestly, it's just for my fun.
Is it a 20?
It's a 3.
Multiple Midos.
I hate it.
It's a whole town full of Midos.
Every one of them just sliding around me.
Well, one hand is definitely there, but the other slowly raises. As they point accusingly.
Mm-hmm.
As you look around and notice that you are in an entire forest of Deku trees, and they're all dead.
That's a bad.
8.
Also a very well-lit area. You're surrounded by people who are wearing insignias, which do look like the Sheikah symbol, but they're kind of upside down, and they're looking at you and drawing knives and blades. And they very much see you, and you reach for the skull mask, and you have none to put on. One last dream roll for my entertainment.
15.
It's nice. Run into kindergarten.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's snack time. You're doling out candy to all the kids. A couple of them try to tackle you, but you cannot like brush them aside because, as far as they're kids, they're not really good at tackling things.
Not yet.
But they'll learn.
They'll learn.
They'll learn. And regardless of whether the sun rises or falls, there's always a sunbeam coming out from the window of the Temple of Time. And so it's hard to kind of gauge when time is passing and whether it's night or day or what time it actually is. But everyone gets their watch, everyone gets fully rested, and you are all able to awake once again. Did you sleep well?
No.
No.
I did.
If murder sits well with you.
No.
I hardly think killing monsters constitutes evil.
Fi, you said you had the dancing ability to find evil.
Dowsing is the term. When I am in the form of a weapon, you point me in a direction, give me an instruction. Am I designated to search for the great evil?
Are we looking for the great evil?
I feel like we've been looking for the
Yes.
State what?
and a pulsing. Just you can hear it.
I think it is like the game, how you say, hot and cold? I have to point and the noise and pulse will get bigger or smaller. Okay. Is everyone ready?
Jitsuko takes out the bottle with the little blue flame in it that was her friend, and she holds it up to Umara. Naomi here is...
You named it?
It already had a name.
It was her name when she was alive. She helps you know how to hit ghosts and actually hurt them.
That's impossible.
Yes, but it's possible with her. So, you hit things fairly well. So, if you would carry her, I think it would help the group as a whole. And she'd probably be safer. And it will help in whatever it is we're going to face. I can already damage ghosts with Nehru's assistance. Another person able to do so will be good for the group.
You make some valid strategic points. Do I have to keep it on my person, in my hand?
Just on your person. She's, just...
Tuck her in a pocket.
She's got plenty.
Just please don't break her.
I mean no shade.
Oh, does
You just
anyone
have a lot
want
of
breakfast?
Tomorrow's gonna find
I
out
have
a way to
truffles.
tie it onto her backpack like a charm.
Okay, because I blackmailed that girl.
Yeah, you got some troubles, girl.
I'm gonna eat a frozen porgy.
Frozen.
Give me a +2 strength for the day. They're not they're just like mildly squishy at this point. That's their texture.
You're just saying uncooked. You're having sushi. You're basically having sushi.
Yeah.
Yeah, I my bag of fish. I finally eat one.
Oh god, you've had that for a while.
Yep, since the first headwater thing. That's where I got them all.
Tasty.
Yes! They make me strong like milk.
Oh, they make you strong like they are milk. I thought you were saying they make you strong like you are milk. Got it.
If you do not mind, I will be following you at a safe distance. If there's any aid I can render.
Okay.
That being said, I'm not a wielder of the Blade of Legend,
That is fair.
Not all of us are.
so
Holler if we get attacked from behind.
Well, it's so good just because you're too smart.
It's because I couldn't even shoot a bow. I can't swing swords. I'm not built for that. We don't-
Also because you are too smart, because it chose me because I am not. So
Chose you because you're strong and
no,
Sarah, 'cause she
it
had some-
literally said because I forsook wisdom. Forsaken? Forsook?
Forsaken is correct.
Forsaken. Yes, that one.
Thank you, Poco. I'm not.
It said I wasn't smart, and that is why it chose me. So you are very smart.
Thank you, Poco.
Yes.
Koya offers the skull mask to Sheik. This would allow you to be a little bit safer at your distance.
if I do my job correctly, I won't need it.
Strength?
Fair.
Though I appreciate it.
Things great.
Yeah, didn't
I was
tell
like,
it.
good job,
Didn't
Amara.
insult you.
I did fine.
And Poco correctly identified the hot and cold game. It is basically the dowsing ability from Skyward Sword, where you can search for things. There's a limited amount of things that can be programmed for the sword to search for, but it's able to guide you in those directions, and thus you have an intuitive knowledge of not how to get there, but when you're getting close. So as far as you might imagine, it's pointing you directly towards the castle.
Poco, can you see if the sword can direct us towards the Song of the Hero?
Oh, fine.
Yes?
Can you find other things with your dancing?
It is within my programming to be able to locate other materials.
Song of Hero.
Hmm.
I don't think it will work. That is not a physical thing. It is a la-da-da-da-da.
Do you play the harp?
I play the pan flute.
Song of the Hero is made for the harp.
And it's supposed to be played on an ocarina? It
No.
is not important.
No, the Song of
It was
Time
made-
was played on an ocarina. I don't know what the Song of Heroes is.
It was made for the harp and opened the way to the Triforce underneath Skyloft back when Skyloft was a part of the sky.
Skylo?
This was eons before your birth, Master Poco.
Eon.
It has been many years, many cycles, and Skyloft no longer remains.
Okay. Okay. Then find the great evil with your dancing.
I don't know why I'm doing this. He's just used the sword right now. God dang it.
We were here for the T-pose of dominance.
I like that both of you wrote the note of Skyloft, even though technically Poco's the only one who can hear it.
Oh no, I'm making marks about which spells I got at the moment.
Got it. I'm teasing you. Poco relates all the knowledge back to the group.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, you are able to get a grasp of where the quote-unquote great evil is. And
I
can be
guess we go
located.
to the castle now.
That seems like the obvious course of action.
Save!
Yes.
Save! Save the game 7 times!
And
Okay, she's gotta get up.
Yes?
if we find we are outmatched at this moment,
We fight harder.
no.
I like that mentality.
I was going to suggest we
Withdraw.
withdraw and try again.
I hope we have the ability to do that if we are outnumbered or out fought.
The great evil sounds like a singular thing.
Yes.
And I gesture at the zombies roaming Hyrule.
It is. Those are because of it. Yes. Right.
Because
Is my
of it,
sword
but
shining when I point it in their general direction?
Yes. See, they are the part of the thing. So there are many.
Then it is a hope, a desire, a potential strategy that we should not discount.
What?
That's all I am saying. Running away,
Oh yes.
withdrawing, retreating to fight another day.
Yes. That is an idea. I have
more
better.
days do we
I have better plan though.
Yes,
We kill it.
that is Plan A,
Yes.
Poco.
That is because it goes first in the alphabet. So we should do it first.
That is the first thing to attempt. And if we find we are dashing our bodies against rocks too hard, for
Why
us
would we
to
do that?
sunder, then we should.
Is the great evil a rock? 5? Is the great evil a rock?
There is a 15% chance that the great evil is a rock.
What is the great evil, 5?
There's an 85% chance that the great evil is not a rock.
Oh, it's probably not a rock. So we don't have to worry about dashing into it.
Good. Glad to hear it, Poco.
Mm-hmm. It was confirmed by 5.
Thanks, Fi.
She's very helpful. You were afraid we would hit a rock. It is not a rock. Also, if it is a rock, I just used the hammer.
Can you ask Fi if anything like this specific great evil has ever been defeated before?
Has anything like this specific great evil been defeated before?
There is a 100% chance that evil like this has been defeated.
There is a 100% chance evil like this has been defeated before.
How did they do it before?
How did they do it before, Fi?
Fi, can you just get out of the sword for it? Can you hang out? I've got a lot of questions, it looks like.
If you are asking about previous iterations, the first was shortly after Skyloft had been removed from the sky.
Okay.
The hero of the time wielded the Master Sword and engaged with the demon god Demise.
Oh.
Demise was defeated, and part of Demise was sealed within the Master Sword itself.
Oh.
Is that the part inside of you right now?
Yes, and I am holding it at bay.
Ah, good.
She's stronger than all of us.
Other times, other heroes have been sired. They also have wielded similar blades to seal the hatred of demise that gets reincarnated once every few generations. There is a 99% chance that the great evil that we seek is yet another reincarnation of the demon god Demise and his hatred for the hero.
That is not how it works, Sierra.
What?
When the evil rears its head, you kill it. That's how it works.
It's like weeds.
You don't just say,
It's like a deco
well,
plant."
it came back. I guess it's hopeless. You kill it until eventually someone figures out how to kill it forever.
Okay.
We could do that. Cause see, in the past has there always been one hero? Except the one time there was 4?
Every time that the Master Sword has been wielded, it has been wielded by a singular hero until yesterday.
Okay, so see, they were thinking with one brain. We
We're
are
thinking
thinking
with
with
at
5.
At
Four-
least
four
2.
and a half.
At least 2 brains.
Yes, there's more of us than there ever was.
Scorpion boy.
Scorpion boy has a brain.
He a good boy.
He a good boy.
He sits real good.
Alpha's killing me.
More than us.
Further questions?
How was Demise sealed in the past?
A sword through the heart.
I can do that.
Thank you.
Specifically, the Master
Powerful
Sword.
sentence.
Okay.
Do you wish for me to occupy your blade?
Not at this moment. in time.
No. So if we got another sword, could we seal away the last, like the evil of the anger, the hatred of the hero, the reincarnating evil? How can we get rid of that?
When I occupy the Master Sword, it shines with a light. This is the light to repel evil. Evil ones may not touch this light. Such a light is not to be found in other weapons.
Okay.
Specific to the blessing of all of the goddesses, which were used to forge the blade, and the blessing of Hylia herself.
Okay. So it has to be this one. Okay.
Random point of curiosity. What would happen if Koya tried to wield a weapon that you were in?
It is my choice whether to occupy the blade. I have
You
not
would
permission.
just leave it if she touched it?
I have no permission to occupy her blade.
What?
The goddesses give you permission to occupy different weapons for different people.
That is correct.
Okay.
This is the first time that I've been given permission to occupy more than one weapon.
Are there
Yeah,
weapons
one
you
wielder.
can't inhabit?
What about the
I have
the
not tried.
barnacles?
You could punch
Barnacles, a
Let's
weapon.
do a quick test.
We go through Umara's catalog.
I await your orders, not master.
Umara lays out all of her weapons in front of her, all
Takes 10 minutes to do this.
13.
13. I
Run
have
me down the
13,
list.
but I only lay 12 down.
Run me down the list.
So Fi, can you inhabit my trident?
Yes,
What about my short sword?
yes,
My sea knife?
yes,
My short bow?
yes,
My quarterstaff?
yes.
My first pair of barnacles?
Yes.
My second pair of barnacles?
The answer is the same as the first,
Not the foresword.
not the foresword.
But what about my anchor?
My databanks do not register this as a weapon.
She's
Nice.
using a barrel as a weapon, though.
So,
is
it's only
this-
traditional weapons?
What about the barnacles
Is
then?
this a weapon?
The anchor? Yeah, I use it as a weapon all the time.
How does one use an anchor?
I'll show you. Not now, but next time we fight.
Permit me an experiment.
Yes?
And the anchor turns dark blue with green wrapped around it. However, as we discussed, we use the anchor to kind of inhabit like multiple weapons at once.
Yeah. That will not be able to happen while it's master sorted. Got
Exactly. So you kind of have to choose which type of weapon the anchor is at that
it.
time.
Okay. Now, I have a weird question for you.
As opposed
What
to...
about a shield?
I can inhabit the shield. It will shine with daylight. It will do more damage to evil ones. And it will continue to offer greater defense on your behalf.
Perfect. What about the Busterang?
This registers in my databanks.
And what about these guardian weapons?
They look fragile,
They look very fragile.
but if they break, I can just leave them.
Okay, sweet. We've got a full arsenal, everybody. Let's go kill some evil.
Okay!
Okay.
Alright.
Fine.
Okay.
Specific, when you're using the arrows, it's the arrow part that turns blue and shines, not the bow part.
Oh.
So it is the projectile shot that takes the...
The master arrows.
Okay, fine. Dance away!
She actually does ballet for you.
Yep.
And she spin real good. In fact, her toes have been on point this entire time. You have never seen her toes not on point. And she
Respect
dances
and
to
fear.
no music,
Mhm.
unless you choose to play her pan flute.
No. I need her to dance the way.
She dances for you.
Yep, I don't.
Okay, back in sword, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And
Lead the way.
feel that pulse once more.
Save the game, because we got all those questions asked. I play video games.
All right.
We're all gamers.
Does that mean I can forget? And still know.
Yes. Character knowledge, player knowledge. To the castle.
Yeah.
Yep.
I got nowhere else to go.
So the temple will lead out into the square, which has all these zombies.
Awesome. We're just gonna.
Ignore
pop
him
that-
again.
Okay.
We're just gonna do this whole hide undead thing again because I don't feel like fighting them yet.
So
We got
while
more evil to
while we're
fight.
hidden from the undead, does the blade still shine?
It does, because even though they can see you, like as far as you're not invisible. It's just you're hidden from them. And even though the blade is shiny, for some reason the magic just prevents them from being able to.
We all got 1 hour to get in.
That's pretty easy because it's just the town square.
To get into the castle and set ourselves up before we start hitting things. Ranger flanking.
Well, I'm as set as I'm ever going to be.
If you are looking to hit things, this is the perfect session for you. There are many things that need hitting.
If this was World of Warcraft, I would just be punching wolves until I was level 90.
Uh-huh.
But since we need heart containers, I don't know how many more there are.
There's at least one. I will put it that way.
That's perfectly vague.
Exactly.
Spoken just like a DM.
No face emoji.
My fault. I sent him that emoji first. And they just used it.
Hadn't Court been the one to popularize it?
Which one?
No, he does the grinning face one.
I grin a lot.
Okay.
He has the nefarious grin that tells you nothing.
Yeah.
It's not nefarious, it's gleeful.
Yes, but it's an evil glee.
But we're getting distracted.
Yeah, you're fine.
We gotta strategize.
It's going to take me a little bit to.
I'm gonna look through my spells real quick and see which of these I can pop now because they're long. None of them. All of my spells are rounds per level.
Oh, let me check my spells really quick. I cast light on myself. I'm done. That's the list.
I have a loose idea / strategy to potentially use the skull mask and scout our way so that we have an optimal path to the great evil without drawing too much aggro.
Okay. Now, does the skull mask only work on unintelligent stuff?
My understanding is that it works against all monsters.
Okay.
The way it was told to, I believe, was you will not be attacked first
Yes.
if you are wearing it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah,
That sounds like a strategy.
Mm-hmm.
let's put that in there because it's pointless, but still it's
So
in
at the
there.
very least I could do that.
Now, this is going to be a stretch of a question, and I already know it. Do we have any means of creating me a net between the Temple of Time and the castle?
Is there a store around here we can investigate?
The only intelligent life you have met, and one of the intelligent life you tried to kill. So, as far as yes, you could go back and ask to see if he has a net line around.
I didn't try to kill him.
Yeah, we didn't.
But Sheik most definitely does not possess any nets on them.
If I wears fishnets, huh?
Yeah, go ahead
Yeah,
and ask
you're
her to
right.
take off her tights.
No, I'm asking to make her tights into a weapon that she will then inhabit.
She's already inhabiting them.
Bam! I've got a net again. It's just that easy.
Throw down
I can
Sheik's
craft
card in case I
poisons,
need
but
it.
not nets.
Then I suppose it will not be happening. That's okay.
Yes, I'm gonna need that one.
The net would just
Side quest to get Umara a new net before we fight
Nope.
more evil.
I mean, good.
Nope.
Okay, I'm gonna need all of those. So, once you get past the town square, you no longer hear the groans of zombies. As far as, for whatever reason, the undead did not go past the town.
Okay.
That's a lot of M&Ms.
So, Koya's scouting does quite produce
in the trees.
results. Namely, that you are able to see what is to be, I guess you could say, to be seen. I won't need those for.
Whew.
So, let's see color-wise if I can color code this. Okay, can someone move the two white ones to the top?
White supremacy strikes again.
So, these yellow ones. Those are the orange ones. So, talking about racism,
While we're on the subject.
all of these fall under, and right now Koi is the only one who has her die on the map, just given that we're trying to let her scout this out. Because as far as they do see things. These
Which side are we coming in from?
you're coming in from here.
Okay, just making sure.
To describe the area around, over here, you see an ivy-covered like cliff wall, kind of rising up, with a little path leading. So this is ascended. It's basically rock about 20-25 feet high. This road clearly goes through what appears to be a security checkpoint. A path that then breaks off. One path going up to the castle, one path going off into, again, that cliffside area and kind of just like fading off into something that's, you're going to have to get closer to see if there is anything that can be seen. This area is another kind of like cliff that closes it area off. These are trees.
Oh.
Yeah.
Got it.
The yellow ones, as far as you've seen moblins, they are called. They are big boys. Those three are the blue variety, and the orange ones are the red variety. The white ones, which thankfully there are only 2 white M&Ms that had come out, are, remember the skeleton that you fought when you were trying to go to the light?
Stalnox?
The great big one, the Stalnox.
Imagine that with flesh.
So there's 2 Hinoxes there.
So skeleton with flesh.
Yep.
The worst kind of skeleton.
Can I?
Obviously, this area you could look closer when you get closer, but it's trailing off the table, so it's trailing off in your vision too. There we go. Done.
If I climb up the ivy, can I? You mentioned this path that seems to potentially connect to the overpass
Yes.
here. Can I use the overpass to bypass the security checkpoint?
Yes.
Excellent. And is there another security checkpoint up here?
As far as it is an arch, as if you had basically castle wall, castle wall, castle wall, entrance. It is not closed, given that it looks like they didn't have the chance to close it back when this whole place was like ransacked and kind of destroyed a little bit. So as far as thankfully, you will not have to go through that gate.
Okay.
Now that you're able to see, this path does trail off. does kind of keep going, and around this area, it seems to be there's a little miniature like rock slide that had come off of the hill that just kind of like ends it.
Fight the meta knowledge, Thomas.
And this area here?
So this loops around. This wall actually ends here and comes to an abrupt right angle, and you can sneak around.
Okay. Cool. So I've got our path. And I head back to the group. I say, okay, so we're gonna climb up this ivy, go over here, and then we just have to sneak around over to where the wall ends and get around through.
Umara very slowly leans in during Koya's explanation to catch the light on her literally glittering breastplate and reflect it into Koya's face.
Ow.
Are they all undead?
Roll, what is it, reflex save against dazzling?
I'm not trying to dazzle her, I'm just trying to remind her that I get a minus 16 penalty to stealth checks. Just throwing that out there.
Provided that you're wearing your full armor.
Mm-hmm.
Why would I not?
Or stealth.
I'm just making statements.
Or are they just monsters?
No, they're just moblins and henoxes. We can dull that.
We'll just have her go really far. Really wide.
I'll just fight him.
I can wrap you up in a shawl. That
There's
might
a
work.
lot of them.
There's also a lot of us.
Jedi Umara.
Yes.
We're not saying that is first plan, just if they see us, we have to.
Yes, and
Yes.
I would rather us do what we can to just
Not.
get around all of this. And there's a clear way for us to get around all of the walls. It's just a matter of more or less 2 moblins that we need to get around. Koya's gonna try using some just like dirt and dust kind of thing to just dull the shininess of the armor.
Everyone slaps some mud on Umar's chest.
Save the game, save the game, save
So
the game.
the benefits and the drawbacks of the burnished armor are now negated. So no more penalty, also no more benefit. You cannot use them both as far as the shininess and the not shininess.
Just as a test on this, though, for when we actually get into battle, we're going to cast water and see if that just like helps rinse it off and restores the sparkly bits.
Umara, you're shiny again.
Sweet.
More mud.
Had to check. Had to check.
Stealthy mud.
Umara's having a very interesting time standing in the middle of this party.
Everybody's
Other idea.
mudslinging.
Yes, Papa?
Oh wait, no, never mind. Fi thinks you're too smart.
What?
If you have an idea, let's hear it.
No, it doesn't work. I don't use a bow.
But Cyril,
I do.
others do.
Yes, but Fi thinks you're too smart, so Fi won't help you. I need the help.
Were you thinking of trying to put fire in my bow?
Were
Well,
you gonna snipe all of them?
I'm not. But she's good at finding the vital points. And if you combine that with the bane of evil, then I don't know, if they're a little weak thing, then push, they go bye-bye.
Well, we got Umar to be not unstealthy
Less
anymore,
shiny.
so let's
Yeah, let's be sneak.
try not to fight.
Yes.
Sneaky time.
Okay. So upon climbing up to this area, as far as you don't run into being sighted because you're basically blocked. Basically blocked from basically blocked from their sight. As you kind of cross around here, again, this one's not looking up. These guys aren't too smart. So it predictably, like video game characters do, they seem to have a set pattern in the way he looks. And so you pretty much dodge him pretty effectively. This little mound, you had seen it on your way over before. It was a bit of a statue, if you want to call it that. It was clearly a rock carved, and it has the Sheikah symbol on it.
I want to take out the slate and see if I can activate.
Boom, boom.
No, just see if it resonates.
Doesn't seem to resonate.
Okay. then I'm just gonna trace the Sheikah symbol just with my thumb and keep going.
Okay. You successfully trace it, because as far as I'm not going to make a dex check to see if you can.
Mm-hmm.
But it does not react to you and allows you to pass without any sort of interference.
Mm-hmm.
What about the rest of us?
That's where we get into it does the same thing.
Oh, okay.
As far as you know, it's just
I like
a,
you.
It's one of those things where it's a rock from the game that has to be there because it's from the game, but
I know what they do.
yeah, you have none of the ways to activate it.
Not true. Hammer. I can send it to space.
You could. You
Something
could.
happens if you hit it with a hammer?
I just would recommend saving the game before you do so.
Okay, but Poco doesn't know to do it, so.
Mm-hmm. Let me know whenever we should roll our stealth checks.
So once you get to here, you can cross the bridge. If you cross all the way to here, though, you are going to be in visual range of these two.
If we instead go there and hop down, can we skirt around?
Yes.
That's what I would like to
Second
suggest.
question: what's further down that path? Does that potentially give us a venue to hop down over there?
As far as it kind of cuts off here, again, from the game, it basically is intended to give you that path, and you're supposed to jump off at that side. So, as far as it does the same thing effectively for what you're trying to do, jumping off there or
So
continuing.
you mentioned the rocks were over there.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I think that is our collective movement.
Yeah.
So you're able to successfully get everybody over here to the area that looks to have been rock slided and just a pile of rocks at
Same
the end
thing.
of basically just the end of an otherwise unmarked path.
Save game 100 times.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna take you a while.
That's fine. Poco sees the rocks.
Wants to hit the rock, doesn't he?
Yeah, he wants to go hit the rocks real bad.
Why
No, Poco.
should I hit the rocks?
No, Poco. Poco, we're trying to be sneaky.
There is a calculating. There is a 0.7% chance of there being a great evil beyond these rocks. That being said, it is unknown what else might lie beyond these rocks.
What if there's another way to castle?
There's a 99% chance that there are more rocks.
And just what if it's a secret passage?
We can get around right over there, Poco.
Yes, but what if this is like underneath? What if after the wall there are more of them?
Then we will have bypassed some and continue.
What
our
if this
mission.
bypasses all?
If there's a lot of monsters
What if Mermaid
behind
does?
the wall, then we can maybe come back and try. But I see no point in trying to smash through a rock slide on a hunch.
For a democracy, I vote with Koya.
I'm more worried that the smashing of the rocks will let people hear. We can always come back if
Yes.
this doesn't work.
Okay, exactly.
Just for DM's knowledge, Sierra is wearing her stone mask, even though we are moving. It's like a comfort blanket.
Okay.
So we continue around and skirt around the side of the wall.
And this slopes up, so it takes a little bit of climbing, but again, they are definitely watching the path that is clearly the path. And so you're able to skirt your way around, thankfully taking the time to not get the attention of the giant big boys that are over there. And then you're able to cut through this right angle and approach the castle from the opposite side.
And no one got to eat an M&M.
Not yet.
Not yet.
One had to.
There's an entire castle.
Let's
That we
clear,
have to
There's
get
clear the
plenty-
M&Ms, because I'm going to have to change the scene.
Plenty of time yet, guys.
And since this is our first time through, as the player, we're probably going to have to reload too many gosh dang times.
Guys, if we have to reload at least once, I'm hitting the rocks.
Because then we will have tried and look for a new path. We'll have come back.
Yeah, that's why.
Thomas, would it be pretty fair to say that you've been watching chat from the
Yeah,
couple?
I've been keeping an eye on him.
I know at least, Court, didn't you say that Alpha had some questions?
Oh yeah, Alpha wanted to ask Dex some questions about the
Yeah.
Legend of Zelda lore and stuff.
Alpha, we're setting up the next map, so if any audience members have questions, this is the time to ask them.
Yeah, more Oreos.
If you have jokes, now's a better time to tell them because we'll be
Yes.
looking.
My life is a joke.
Damn.
Oh snap.
So
We gotta wait for them to
curses.
hear us before crowding around us.
If your life is a joke, are we the punchline?
Alpha does not remember having questions.
Alpha, you son of a bitch.
Does that make you a bitch?
Yes.
He was your son. Oh, that makes sense.
Anime, more like. Don't anime message me again, you waste of skin. All right, Alpha. That's a swing and a miss, my man.
Was that a joke?
Yeah, he tried.
He did his best.
Was that his best? I don't know.
Oh,
Rude.
Quite.
Honesty. Ooh, sizzle, sizzle. That's called a burn.
Umara gets the chalice because she's royalty.
Hey.
I have the peeps.
So the peeps will be coming in from here. We get a closer look at the moat.
When you said peeps, for a moment I thought that they were the actual marshmallow peeps, and they were going to be another kind of monster we had to fight.
I'm fine not killing it.
Well, I never eat any of the things I kill. I pass them on to somebody else.
As you're now able to get closer, I have good news for Omara.
There's water.
There's water!
I have bad news for everyone else. I can't touch that water, or else I get a minus 16 to my stealth checks.
We'll throw more dirt on you.
We're inside.
We'll find some.
We're still outside.
So you're going around the castle walls and not seeing much life, put it that way. You do, however, see a kind of an open area where something broke its way through, and you're able to find a little walkway across a moat. And drew in those incorrectly. Something like that.
Oh, this is just filled a river of dirt.
Not wrong.
Cast
That-
dirt?
that would. And if you choose to go this way, you would then see what looks to be maybe a shed over there. It's kind of partially blocked by these two crates that have cows, looks like cow logos emblazoned upon them.
Are there cows in those crates?
No, there's milk in those crates, and I want it.
We don't know that. It could be cows.
But then I wanted
I
more.
don't want it anymore.
I have good news, which is that I have the cryosis
Are you gonna freeze the cows?
thing. No, it means I can make us a bridge. I
Yep.
can raise ice out of the water so that we have an ice bridge to walk across.
That's
Yep.
tight.
Okay.
Okay, that is pretty cool.
'Cause that would have been nice to have an Ocarina of Time. But yeah, that completely defeats what the original puzzle was, which is awesome. Because this was not the best puzzle for them. Are you continuing? Like,
Well, the
do
puzzle
you
was
wanna-
there's a river, swim across it. I'm confused.
Well,
again, it's in the game.
Oh, okay.
Like, this is one of those things where it's just like,
Cross
it's in
on
the game, so it
cross
has
on
to
the
be.
cryosis.
yeah,
Yeah.
so
Freeze it.
ice, 3
So,
5-foot areas.
wall,
of
wall,
ice.
wall, 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 and a tiny little hole, a drainage hole that you can crawl through.
So we just gotta get over there.
Yep. So,
And it's
How
real
deep-
easy
how
with
deep's the
ice
water?
blocks.
mhm.
As far as I believe, it is something like 12 feet. I don't remember exactly, but I think you could dive in if you so chose in the game.
Okay.
So you'll have to
yes.
squeeze to get through that drainage hole, especially the bigger.
Unless
Members of the
anybody
party.
has any.
Look, I don't get to fight
objections
things. I don't get to
objection.
swim. There is no reason to insult me.
I didn't insult you. I just offered.
You're a well-built lady.
He complimented my muscles.
Uh-huh.
You're the only one the sword didn't drag, okay?
Yeah.
This is
This
true.
true.
It had no reason to drag me. I was like, it already called Poco stupid. I don't think it's gonna call me stupid too.
Poco's leaning into it hard.
I think the only insult left
I
would have been like, you have too much courage because you have no power, or something along those lines.
And then Umar would have been like, downright incorrect. This isn't the sword we're looking for.
You lack the wisdom to understand that you don't have power and therefore you're courageous.
Umara would have also been offended. She's like,
Yeah.
I'm powerful.
Like, I'm the oldest.
I'm the
I've been
oldest. I'm the
fighting
strongest.
I'm the
I-
youngest, so
And we will need these boys.
level 6 boss rush.
We don't know what level the boss is. We don't even know if it's a boss rush.
We're level 6. Going up against
So,
big boys.
as you crawl through the drainage, maybe ditch is the wrong word for it, but the drainage channel, you're looking directly at a giant hedge. Basically, hedge probably about 5, actually, no, probably 6 feet tall is probably a good word for it.
Damn it.
Pretty much you can see it, and that's blocking most of your vision. You can see a wall over there, wall over there. These seem to be the gardens.
Save me.
Game is now saved.
Let's say,
And
like,
let's
2 slots, one where like actually getting fully charged, and then one here.
you're more properly clustered.
Okay, so it's
Who
a
has the
hedge.
mask? Do you have?
So wait,
I
are we
don't know.
inside of a hedge like a corn maze?
What kind of mask?
I
is
do.
it?
Or is
Basically,
this the hedge?
this,
they can't
these
see
blocks
you,
are the
Max.
hedge.
Okay,
The
okay,
one
okay,
she
okay,
normally
okay.
has.
She has one that they won't
You
attack.
still
with.
have?
I have one if I stand still and invisible.
Can I slip through and be out, but still like along the back side of the hedge?
Sure,
Or
you,
is it
you can
completely
occupy
blocked?
that spot.
Oh, okay, cool. So yeah, I've got the mask on, and I want to get an idea of their patterns, and also see what this thing is and such.
No.
So it's a lattice
Mhm.
from this hedge all the way to that hedge with rupees on it.
Oh.
There's just money here.
And these guys are slowly making this
Mhm.
square pattern where
Yeah.
they're just circling this singular hedge with their spears.
Oh my
Okay.
god, I have an
Can I acrobatics hop my way on up there?
It- Yes, it requires 24 to be able to jump that high.
I can just keep getting like an angel
Can I-
and
Can I take 10?
What's your bonus?
14?
You can also have another person help boost you up.
You could also just. It's 6 feet tall. You could just reach your hands up.
I know, I appreciate what you're doing. Though, because I
Get up.
also like acrobatics.
Uh-huh.
You don't need a 6-foot vertical. Just climb it. It's
I
a
want-
bush.
I want to see the acrobatics. I want to see the jump.
If I can't fight things, she can't acrobatics onto an easily climbable wall.
Seer's just standing there.
They continue their rounds,
Seer-
and I'm not going to continue to
I
Yeah.
accept Seer's help and get
roll the acrobatics. See what
Okay.
let's see what you do.
Okay.
How-
Or you just fall over.
How gracefully does she flip when I launch her?
It's
20.
Do the 8
22.
another. Straight,
22.
straight
What,
mixed.
20,
Oh,
20
no.
and then the 8 another for potential, right?
Yeah.
14.
Your strength's not
Plus
bad.
14.
Oh, yeah, it is.
20?
Solid 6.
20.
Hey.
You don't style on them.
Uh-huh.
That was the role to determine how bad you style on them. You didn't
Okay.
style on them, but you can easily jump, grab the edge, and
weakest
haul
person
yourself
in
up.
the
Okay,
party.
pull myself
Trying
up.
to lift her.
It's possible
Go
either of them
over
are weaker
here.
than you.
Pick up
Free rupees,
the rubies.
My modifier is
which
0.
I believe
My mom
it was.
I got bird bones.
I believe it's 12 because I think it's like 1, 1, and 10.
Okay.
And if
Yours
it's
gets
not,
stuck in
then I'm
people's
just making it
throats.
as 1, 1, and 10.
No worries.
Chew them.
It's possible that in the game there's a 20 in there, like a 525 or something like that. But no, you're getting 12.
Okay.
She comes back. There's nothing over there, guys.
She's gonna come back and like those guys are on the ground level and not looking up.
Correct.
And those are moblins, correct?
Blue ones.
Okay.
I'm gonna take off the skull mask and like toss it down at you guys so we can chain our way up here.
That's cool. Poco can't go last. Because Poco physically can't reach 6
Umara
feet.
should go last? Because she's a beast?
She is a beast.
I would say I go last because if something's seen, I
You
can
can,
just go
you can,
up
no, hold on,
and
hold on, hold on.
dodge this.
You go last because you can fly, period.
Yes.
Get your
yes.
own ass up there.
I get my own ass up there. Exactly.
Okay.
I'll lift
Or
Poco
you just.
up.
You just. What?
So we,
Literally,
We're
none
on
of
the
us
hu-
should
we're on the
struggle
bush.
climbing this hedge. This isn't the puzzle, guys!
I understand.
It is now.
this is the great evil.
It is if we make it
We're
work.
ferrying with the skull masks to make sure that they don't see.
Mm-hmm.
And then Koya takes it back at the end, and then hop.
Easy.
Umara follows,
Hot.
grumbling to herself.
And yet another group of monsters that do
No
not hear your way.
I know.
We'll get them eventually.
We'll get to something you can stab, Umar.
I don't know that.
Yes, we will. We have to kill the great.
The literal reason we are here is to fight.
Exactly.
Is
Well,
to
we
fight
can't
those
wait.
great
We can't exhaust ourselves here. We have a great.
Maybe you'd get exhausted.
We are martial classes.
Okay,
we
we're
never
a team,
quit.
so this is about
Spoken by the sorcerer.
You're not a martial class.
Exactly.
Yes, I am.
Go fuck yourself.
So, for the audience to understand that, Poco's a sorcerer who doesn't know he's a sorcerer. I only have buffs, and I charge into every fight, weapon drawn. My highest stats are strength, and then con, and then charisma.
He's pretty beefy.
No, I'm a tanky little dude, but he's certainly not a caster.
And AC wise, is there anyone in the party worse than you with AC?
No, my AC is the lowest in the group.
You're number
Wait, hold
one.
on. What's your AC right now?
12.
Because I have the Master Sword, my AC is higher than you.
The Master Sword gives you AC. The Master Sword does so many things. I couldn't keep track of them
I
all.
didn't
I have
write
them
it
all written.
down.
I have them
Okay,
all.
thank
So
God.
I will let everyone know when it comes up.
It has the word master in its name. It had to be good.
That means it's
Doesn't
kinky.
It does a big thing.
Shut up.
So-
Oh my
The
god.
daddy
The one we-
sword.
I have to go.
In general, you guys had entered from this guy. That's where you came, and now you are.
And all those are
Another-
hedges still?
Yeah, all these are hedges. Just assume that the things that are not drawn, like those are castle walls.
Oh, okay.
This is the map you have available.
Which side is the uniform?
That
We're-
big
we're
square
on-
up there. That's rectangle, sorry.
We're on that guy.
For my, if there's any Legend of Zelda fans in the chat, they're doing the part in Ocarina of Time where you sneak into the castle, except they're doing it after the castle has been taken over by evil because it existed, but there was no reason for anyone to go, and no one chose to try to sneak into the castle in their first run
Well,
through.
Umar had a meeting with the princess, and then we just sort of distracted her because we're all chasing after Poco.
I was explicitly told I could not go into the castle, and so I did not go into the castle. I was like, great, she'll meet me out front. And she, in fact, did not meet me out front. Bitch stood me up.
Patterns. Now, you've got this one traveling not this quickly, but
Oh, God. He's
this one mostly making those squares, but occasionally
Oh, fuck
choosing
that
to
guy.
take another lap.
We hate him.
He's bored.
And this one making laps around that hedge.
Okay.
So for the most part, they seem to be making their same identifiable laps.
Can we just hedge hop our way
I was
over?
gonna say hedge
Yeah.
hop or
Because I feel like we have a height advantage, and they're all looking in a single direction. The last ones didn't see us, and they had every right to.
Yeah, kind of did.
I mean, yeah, hedge hop is certainly feasible.
Yeah. Seems like the
It's
way
a
to go.
little further between hedges
Can we all
now.
jump 10
Yeah.
feet?
or could we do the mask thing and I could literally do fly over and just bring the
I
mask
think
back?
that makes more noise than we want.
This
The-
might.
One thing that
Might.
can be stated at least about this, you do not have the ability to get a full running start in that direction,
yeah,
so you
that's,
cannot
that's
jump,
a standing long jump of 10 feet.
which
That's
is
crazy hard.
Not crazy hard. Oh, actually, wait, the standing part because you don't have a running start.
Yeah,
Running start allows you to just use the roll.
but we don't have that.
Mm-hmm.
Save the
So,
game.
I'm gonna suggest then, since we don't have a running start to get over here, we hop down, hop up, and then hedge hop from over
Well,
there.
this guy, his patrol gives
And
me
apparently
potential.
climbing hedges is the hardest fucking thing we've ever seen, so I don't know if you guys can do it. I'm making sure that you know that limitation is there.
And our goal is to go this way?
Yes,
Yeah.
I don't.
Oh,
I
that.
don't know.
Yeah, I did not have that stated.
this way.
Ah.
Yeah, I just drew this and was like, yeah, use
Why
this
don't-
one.
But I do like that fact because if we get to
Because
this one,
one
it's
of them
a
is
hop.
always looking here at
Gonna
every
be a
given
hop.
point in time.
So we hop into an island in the middle of nowhere and accomplish
So
nothing?
we kill one of
We
them,
need a
throw
hop.
him in a bush,
We
and
need a
then
hop.
use the blind spot
We
to get
Assassin's
out.
Creed him.
I
Right.
think
We
no,
go
that's the thing. I
hedge,
think that
hedge, hedge.
yeah, no, that's we would have to each make 4 standing long jumps of 10 feet.
Well,
Actually, there would be 2 standing long jumps of 5 feet in
you
there.
could get the running start to there, could get the running start to there, could get the running start to there. Running start for those who don't jump a lot, running start allows you to jump your strength for free. So if anybody has,
Final boss hedges.
as long as everybody has a strength of 10 or above,
I don't think Koya does.
Koya does not.
but she has the acro to compensate.
That's true.
And she could literally just
Her
put on the
acro
mask and
compensates.
walk
That's true.
and say hi to them on the way out.
And they'd be like,
Was that a baby?
I think it was a
Was
cat.
that a cat?
it was a cat. It was a cat.
I think there's a cat.
It was
in
a
the
cat.
area.
It was a fur baby.
Aha.
But as far as that would be as jumping down, climbing back up here, as long as you were able to do it with that guy never seeing you, you could then get everybody across using jump checks, running jump checks.
If you put on the mask, can you like push them?
I feel like they might know you're there then.
Yeah.
Like as a not.
They're
one
not
of
gonna
them.
necessarily.
The mask explicitly says they don't attack you.
Well,
Yeah.
We were
Until-
just
until-
told that.
They
I'm
don't
not
attack you
attacking him.
first.
I'm just gently running into him a bunch.
It's like a video game where it's like I have to push the NPC out of my path.
I'm gonna buffer his pathing, so that he gets stuck in front of the bushes. So you guys have the hour and a half you need to climb that hedge.
I think I should just get down with my stone mask on and stand still until one of them passes me. They'll think I'm just some new garden installation, and then I can stab them in the heart when their back is turned.
Yeah, I think we have literally
I think
all
we
of
have
us.
so
all
many
of
different
us.
plans.
All of us can just ambush the first guy to come across our path, and hopefully keep him silent.
These are blue boys, not red ones.
But 4 like dangerous threats dropping on him out of nowhere.
Oh,
She does no damage. She's
Don't
a
do
cleric.
damage.
it will probably take us more than one turn's damage to.
I don't think so.
Not if it's just a surprise for angry people. Thunk.
If we
Stab,
directly
stab, stab, stab.
Look, I'm just saying you're wildly
I
underestimating
have
my
an
damage output.
yeah, me too.
Okay.
You guys haven't seen me fight at level 6 yet. I
That's
fought a
fair.
wolf and we saw 0 numbers.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Also, I do have an alternate solution, but that's for if things go awry. Like it's a load the save and do it.
Okay.
Okay.
You know what? We have a save.
I have a plan B.
Okay.
So what
And
was
wait a
my
second, wait a second, wait a second.
Yes.
Aren't there literally 2 more of these guys on the other side of the bush we're standing on?
Yep.
Yes.
So if that one gets alerted, we're fighting 5 of these things.
Yes.
Correct.
At
That's-
which point we will be outnumbered.
That's why
At
I
which
want.
point we will be evenly numbered.
We have
that's why I
Scorpion
want
Boy.
to do
We
the,
will outnumber them.
Scorpion boy.
the sneak. Can we do the sneak?
These type of debates make me so happy. The fact that you're all debating about what to do and thinking tactically about what your options are.
Well, my choice is
So
just
happy.
direct confrontation.
Mine
You just
too.
jump into them and start attacking, but clearly we're against that plan, so we're not gonna do it. And the only other plan suggested so far has been do some jumping.
Okay,
Yes.
idea? Then?
Yes, Poco.
And I gesture to the megaton hammer on my back.
This makes it hard to move through things.
It's also the most subtle weapon at our disposal.
You asked for idea. Fine. No idea.
The whole plan is to not alert the guards, and you have motioned to the heaviest, loudest weapon at our disposal.
The thought.
No idea.
The thought of.
No,
breaking
you're
the
sneaking.
ground- I know we are, but it was a good thought.
Oh no, it wasn't. It was
Poco.
no idea.
Poco, we're sneaking. Don't yell.
Well, the
You
DM's not at the
go
table. I don't
first.
give a shit.
You just spent like 30 seconds yelling about how much you want to kill people.
Because if they start fighting us, I'm not gonna get that mad about
And
it.
you're yelling again, so take your advice.
Literally, all I want is to jump down there and start stabbing that thing.
Me too.
But that's the only thing I'm not allowed to do. So I'm waiting for a viable plan to show up, and so far our plan is climb the unclimbable hedges.
Clear the unclimbable edge.
How loud is it to make to use the megaton to shatter like terrain?
Yeah, that'll alert them.
Okay, cool.
Uh-huh.
Cool.
Poco
Now-
draws aggro.
No.
Oh wait, I could
no.
use my net and suspend one of them.
No.
And I could keep it in the bush and silent.
No.
Yeah?
The idea with the megaton was if I was wearing the mask, they wouldn't think I was evil.
I don't know about the lawyering on that one. I see your logic there, but I don't know if I want to test it.
No, it is. We sneak. We do jump. Yes, that is idea.
As long as we make the first one, the others should be easy.
Okay. I'm ready to make this jump.
Okay.
As soon as that one rounds the corner, Umara jumps off the hedge. She walks over to this hedge. She gets on top of it. It's 6 feet tall. And then she turns around.
Take one more step for me.
Poco hook shots across.
Thank you.
And then again she. Quite possibly the most laborious challenge I've encountered all day.
I'm guessing the thing is still kind of around the corner.
You
Literally.
can time it out.
You just
Yes.
time it out.
Yeah,
time it
okay.
out.
We all time
We
it
all
out.
time it out. We sit here
Why are we wasting time on this puzzle?
arguing for 5 minutes.
I don't know.
Because we keep suspecting something.
Running jumps, boys.
Except Koya. Koya can't make
Koya
it.
has to aggro.
Just physically.
So,
There's a
foom,
5-foot jump.
foom, foom.
Oh, Koya could just do 5-foot
Yeah,
jump, 5-foot
That's
jump.
the,
Yes.
that's the
That's what he
plan.
This is the one she'd have to
That was
aggro.
the plan.
Okay, Koya, make an acrobatics check for the one.
Okay.
Why am I over there?
You no, as far as no, you can make that with just your
Okay, we're good.
with just your bonus, but we want style on them.
But yeah,
Okay.
you gotta roll it.
1.
29.
29.
So
Can-
it is a plant, and the plant gives out under your feet as you get your running start and trip and fall forward and plant your hands into a front handspring. And then when your feet come back down, you front flip over and stick the landing and T-pose to establish dominance.
That die roll was incredibly loud, according to Alpha.
Let's roll under the glass.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say down here is the best place to roll.
Got it.
Okay. We learning. Thanks
Okay.
thanks for giving us the
Yeah,
observation.
thanks for watching us.
So, Mission Impossible over here. What next?
What is impossible?
Wait.
Something
Now
that
we
cannot
go.
be done.
Yeah, we just time it out and ignore the next three
Scooby-Doo
enemies.
out of here.
Scooby Dooby Doo.
Umara runs with the most solid look on her face.
Max is only making us do this because he knew it was going to take us an hour and a fucking half.
Because we literally disagreed about whether or not you can climb a hedge.
We didn't disagree about
You-
whether or not
You give me too much credit. I just had this in because it's in the game.
Yep,
That is the only reason it
he's
exists.
keeping accuracy to the source material.
It wasn't about climbing a hedge. It was whether or not you wanted to run in and attack and
Oh, the answer is yes. We just don't want to do that. I've been adamantly told several times I will not be running in and fighting things.
Not
Hey,
until
here's
we
the-
get to the big evil.
Here's the Blade of Evil's Bane. Now go sneak past all that evil.
Here's a very powerful weapon that does incredible damage to evil shit. Oh shit, there's a bunch of evil shit here. You better not fight it. How does that make any sense? Why did we get this sword?
To go fight the big main evil.
The big main evil can go fuck itself.
That's the point.
That's the only reason I'm here. Fuck these minions.
I haven't fought anything in a very long
Fight
time.
a temptation
Me
and keep
too.
your mouth
I
shut.
don't know if I remember how.
You fought things last session.
I don't even know that. I didn't keep track of my health. We didn't keep track of its health. I barely even knew how much damage I was doing.
You saved
Something was done.
You saved the truffle people, though.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, he's right.
So you fought last session.
We saved the truffle.
In fact, we
people.
fought these enemies and we swept them. So again, I'm not sure why we're not fighting them. But
They were different colors.
There's many more of them.
So it's a thing. It's
Back
an
to the
issue of
race.
color then.
fantasy
Back to
racism
fantasy.
at its finest.
Woo!
This looks important. This looks like a garden where there'd normally be a princess looking through a window or something.
Yep.
Where is
Sounds
that
fake
bitch?
as hell.
So when you descended, there was a somewhat long archway, and so the shadows were able to conceal you as you moved through from the moblins as they continue their vigil. And you get to a very placid garden area.
I thought you said plastic for a second. And I was like, what?
We can't afford real plants around here.
And again, garden is probably the best way to describe it. They have water pools on either side that are quite shallow, only a couple of inches worth of water. There are windows in these 4 places, but other than that, it's just very peaceful here, which is in contrast to the feeling of ever-increasing dread that has been kind of rising ever as you go ever deeper within the castle.
What's
or
the circle
get
again?
close to it. It's like,
A platform.
yeah,
Oh,
Like a
where
little
it's
raised dais.
it's there for no observable reason at the moment.
step on it.
Like
Is-
me.
If we look in the mirror, do we see weird portraits on the wall at a specific angle?
There are no mirrors. There are windows.
That's what I meant to say, and you know exactly what I'm referring to.
Yep. Looks to be.
No pictures of Bowser in there?
Oh no, they're there. It's just they look like cartoons to you. Even though these are the first cartoons that Poco has ever seen. Honestly, it's weird, but these don't even look to lead anywhere.
Is there a door?
There are windows over there.
Smash. Quietly.
Just that's the
Okay.
didus, as it were.
Well,
So there is. I'm remembering that correctly.
Okay.
Yeah.
mm-hmm. So I wanna try to. Pogo, can I borrow the hook shot?
Okay.
I wanna hook shot up, wrap.
It's not like a grappling hook on an extender. It's like you have to. If I wanted to go to that lamp, I would hit that lamp with it, and I would get dragged to that lamp.
Okay, so then she's gonna wait to hook shot, wrap one
Okay.
fist in a scarf, and then hook shot here and use the momentum to punch through the wall.
Yes!
Okay. Yeah, you don't have to roll to hit because I'm assuming your base attack bonus is going to be
I have
more
a
than
hammer.
5 that it takes to.
We have so many things that could have broken through that window.
We got a style on him.
But yeah, this is really cool. So
Koya's in her element right now. I will say that much.
sideways shoryuken your way through the window, and the forward momentum carries you into the next room.
And the window shuts behind you.
Umara very, very sullenly
Yep.
runs her hands through the water as she goes to jump in this window.
And make our way in.
Damn this place.
That's why we're here, because it is damned.
Yeah, pretty much. At the moment, at least.
We can save it just so we can damn it again.
Has Vi been doing any additional pulsing?
It's
I haven't even been checking.
it's if he had because you have to have the sword out to do it. If he had, it would be progressively getting beepier and beepier. So Koya, go ahead and pitch your way in. Finish.
She just bitched her way in. That's what it sounded like to my brain.
You're not that wrong.
Why?
Windows are expensive.
Oh, sorry.
It was a
I'll
nice
pay for that
palace
after I
window.
save the castle.
Well, there wasn't a door. I would have opened the door if there was a door.
There is a surprising lack of doors in this place. I will say that much.
We've been traveling through the garden, so yes.
Mm-hmm.
How do they get in the garden if no door?
The same way we did.
They have to fucking escapade into
No,
their own garden?
The only difference is we didn't go through the archway, we climbed over the wall.
Oh.
They would just walk through the archway and
That-
enter the garden.
That actually makes a lot more sense. I forgot the archway was there. Look, guys, I've been tunnel visioning really hard, and all my tunnel vision is the only thing we're not allowed to do. So, like,
Hey.
I'm observing nothing right now. Hey, that looks familiar.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you right off the bat that it is not a interactable.
Can I interact with the pattern?
Describe.
I'd like to sit on it.
Disco dance.
Koya bursts her way into the room.
Sonic the
Sonic
Hedgehog
the
is here.
Hedgehog.
And the biggest suit of armor you have ever seen. Jet black and holding a massive
Is it nut?
mace on a chain. Looks at you and starts walking.
It's a nut.
I have a thing on.
It's walking.
It's a nut.
A nut.
It's called a nut.
If I only had the nut button.
I'm not joking, guys. It's called a nut.
That's terrible.
I have no idea what if.
It's a giant, massive suit of armor with a spiked ball and chain as big as your face.
Speed is 15.
I assume.
Yeah, we're gonna come in the window too.
We enter.
Very carefully.
I point my sword at it and very quickly go, "Is that the great evil?"
Is it undead?
The sword is shining though.
Am I allowed to fight this one?
Koya's
Yes.
just gonna
Umara
toss
smash.
some caltrops down there.
It's made of metal!
It might still trip. It's moving real slow.
It does move
It
real
might
slow.
have difficulty clearing small objects.
Like an elephant.
So, draw those
It's
in,
afraid of mice.
draw those in, please.
How many caltrops do you have?
I I have enough. I have a rogue kit's amount of them.
I don't know how much that is.
Me neither.
'Cause, yeah, I know specifically it talks about a 5-foot square.
A single 5-foot square.
Yeah. But that's the question: is how many of them came in the rogue's kit? I just know that like when you have the
If
item,
you don't know that it's
each-
5 feet.
each like indicator of it.
But really, since we don't know how many you have, it really just means we don't know the density of caltrops in this 5-foot square.
Yeah, what if
like
you
it could be
only
like
put
a
one every
single
5
caltrop in the middle, or this 5-foot square is just littered.
It's a
with
5 foot. It's a 5-foot cube of caltrops.
We're
So I'm gonna say
talking
it's
volume.
I'm gonna say it's there, and she's also going to take out the Sheikah slate and see if magnesis pings on the thing.
It does, because it's made of metal.
Koya smash.
Speaking of stealth, ding, 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 ding.
So that is her turn. So she threw her item down.
Yep,
Let us
that
roll a
was
proper
mine.
initiative.
Under the table.
Under the table.
I failed at that. I failed at under the tabling.
Ah.
I have a nat 20.
Okay.
That's gonna do it.
11.
15 is the iron knuckle.
Oh, I got 14 now.
I got a
Iron
7.
knuckle.
Iron knuckle,
I thought they were called dark nuts.
9.
depending on which game you come from.
Ooh.
Dark nuts, iron nut.
Iron knuckle
Right,
with dark
music.
nuts.
You can't say this series of words, guys. We're gonna get banned. They're gonna think we're a sex podcast.
We've got the whole NC-17 thing up. We're fine.
Because now that you're actually in the castle, the ambient music on your game
Knuckle iron nut.
changes.
Iron knuckle with dark nuts.
Oh my god.
Okay, so Koi had nat 20.
Yep.
What was that beyond that?
Literally everyone goes after the Iron Knight.
Okay.
Yes.
We're all slow
Koi
as balls.
goes first.
Okay.
We just
uh,
crawled through a window.
for
I wasn't
my-
expecting a dark nut to
For
attack.
my standard, as it were, I want
It's
to
like a walnut.
magnesis, grab the thing.
Mhm.
I'm guessing this is a tall ceiling. Bring it as high up as possible and drop it.
Okay. Ding. So that will be
right?
3d6 of damage. Given that you're dropping it about 30 feet.
Does sneak attack trigger?
God dang it.
Under the table,
I keep
Dax.
rolling it over here.
You can literally see the place you're supposed to roll through the table.
It's alright. We're
It's
learning.
hard to read.
And it hits the ground with a tremendous impact, and you hear the sound kind of reverberate weirdly. Just put it that way. It moves forward. 5, 10, steps on the caltrops.
I have no fucking clue what caltrops
They do a d4
Yep.
plus 1, and they slow them until they make a DC 11 heal check to remove the caltrop from their foot.
I thought 1 point damage.
It,
From the ones
they,
I've seen.
they do very baby damage, and they apply a slow until the thing heal checks, if it had feet, but it's made of armor, so I don't think the slow applies.
It's close, but not enough because it's a slow boy. So it's going to double move. Given that it can't move very fast.
the caltrop makes a +0 attack against the creature, ignoring its shield, armor, and deflection bonuses. If it has shoes, however, it gets a +2 bonus to AC.
it
does
steps on it.
It does 1 damage, and the speed is halved. If that would realistically have. It literally says they don't work on unusual opponents.
The one thing that I don't want to apply is I don't like this rolling at +0 because if you step on an entire patch of caltrops, you're gonna take the damage.
Yeah.
You're not going to suddenly, oh look, my armor, as I said, my
Yeah.
dex is so high that I step blindly on this and somehow not
Yeah.
pierced. And so it's there,
Yeah.
staring at y'all.
Who wants to go next? Okay, Poco's going next. Is this an elevation difference or just...
Here's where the elevation difference cues up.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's getting master sorted.
Under the table.
Thank you. Does a 20 hit?
Meets but does not exceed.
Okay, so no. Cool, that's me.
And it is glowing, as I said before.
You said this is just a personified suit of armor.
You can't see any human you can't see anything underneath the armor.
So are there like gaps in the joints?
Not that you can see.
Okay.
I'm gonna two-hand my trident. I'm done thinking. I'm gonna two-hand my trident. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Hello. And I'm gonna stab him.
Do so.
Does a
23 hit?
Yes.
It exceeds but does not meet.
Okay. It
Oh,
takes 11
you're-
points of
yeah,
damage.
You're trolling.
Because he's like,
You're trolling. I see you, Dax.
hit my job.
Dax is being more supreme. That's why he teaches ducks kung fu.
Yes.
Probably Wing Chun instead.
Next.
Anyone?
Bueller?
We're nervous.
Sure.
Yeah, we're fighting the great evil, right?
This is not the good evil. I'm getting range.
It's a great evil. It's an iron-knuckled duck.
I hope it's evil, otherwise this next attack isn't going to do any
It
good.
is objectively evil. My sword glows.
Awesome. I'm going to fling a Spear of Purity at it, but I have to make a touch attack on this first to see what happens. This may not work.
Touch
Every single time. Every single time.
Yeah, every single time, but a touch attack is what you roll plus your dex,
Plus dex plus base attack bonus.
which is 8.
The thing is, Sarah, every single time you roll the touch attack ever, you roll and you go, oh, that won't do it.
Okay, but when I roll a 3,
So, touch attack is like,
that was a waste of a spell.
Scorpion Boy is gonna come over here just so that I can get flanking.
Is he going to attack?
He's not going to attack a suit of armor. He does poison damage. And I'm just gonna tell him to chill.
Okay.
But from there, I'm going to, I guess, attempt to knock off or dislodge or remove in any kind of way the helmet.
Okay.
So I'm just really aiming for his head with my whip.
Okay.
Would that count perhaps as a disarm attempt?
So, if you are trying to with your hands, or does the whip have a disarm quality to it?
I wrote down a +2 CM to disarm, but I don't
Yes,
know.
though it's a whip is a disarming weapon.
Okay. So you may make a CMB. You may
Yes.
make a combat maneuver against the Iron Knuckle
Okay.
with the whip because it has the disarm quality to it. And I think you have enough reach because you're right there. So yeah, you're fine. So make a combat maneuver check, which is your CMB plus a D20.
So I would just add 20, or add that to whatever I roll.
Let's hope you had 20.
12 because you're flanking.
12 because I'm flanking.
12's not going to do it.
Alrighty.
It's worth a try.
Always
Your
worth a
whip
try.
goes up and wraps around the helm, and you successfully wrapped it around. Like you had gotten the whip there. It's just when you pulled it, it slipped off the top. So you were able to get it there, but not able to grip enough to be able to rip.
Grip and rip.
There's nothing for the hooks to sink into.
That's kind of true.
That's all of us. And then it goes back to the top. Is he-
Did it go? Oh yeah,
She
right.
tried to
It
touch it and it
double
didn't work.
moved.
It moved successfully
It
5
moved.
feet as it's double moved.
Just magnesia it backwards.
I was,
Keep walking towards us.
that was kind of my thing. Can magnesis isolate any individual part of it, or is it just the entire thing that lights up?
Its weapon is one,
Okay.
and its self is one.
Can I just throw the weapon away?
You can attempt, but that will be a CMB to try to remove it from his hands.
That's nice.
Because you can move it. This has got a big guy.
It's
No,
not
it's bad.
happy.
You gotta manage to disarm him.
That's fair. That's
Just
fair.
move him.
I might just magnesis move him away.
Okay, so you will have to roll a touch attack into melee.
So that's at a -4 then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But it's.
Ha!
He uses serpent style.
I'm just launched with it. I'm like, oh, okay.
That comes to 22.
Okay, that does hit. However, you notice that he looked your way as soon as you did that again, and you see him, while holding onto the chain, he dropped as a free action the mace, so that when you push him back, he attempts to pull Umara back with him.
He's an intelligent
Pull me,
creature.
bitch!
What was gonna happen?
Does a 30
Yep.
meet your combat maneuver?
Believe it or not, it does.
Okay, you are dragged,
Happily.
and you're dragged into the caltrops.
This stupid motherfucker.
So you take 1 damage, and your speed is halved.
I don't need it.
Koya's turn is now over. Big old dude.
Do I have a move still?
Yeah.
That I can use? Okay. I'm gonna get up here, so slight elevation.
Okay. He 5-foot steps into that space with his move action,
This motherfucker.
and he swings
Did he
his.
get rid of the caltrops?
Hmm?
Did he get rid of his caltrops, or?
No,
Umar standing
Mara
over.
got dragged through them.
So the caltrops are still there on the ground. It's just there underneath her.
Okay.
That was your spot that
Got
you
it.
designated. And
Under.
he's-
Under
Under
the table.
Thank you. He swings. He's really big.
Real big hammer. My AC is a whopping 13.
He swing here first. I do not believe a 19 beats Umara's.
It does not.
And so he keeps swinging. As it swings in a circle.
13, baby.
That does.
Yeah, it
hit
does.
Poco.
Yeah, it does.
1d8 plus. There it is.
Under. Oh.
Gently. So that's 7 damage,
Sure.
and the awesome blow feat activates. You're knocked back 10 feet and frozen.
strength of at least 26.
He's a big boy.
How did
Was
it
it
deal that
10
much
feet?
damage to you?
Also, he is wielding a real big weapon.
Yeah.
Thankfully, he keeps swinging, but it hits the wall, given that there's an elevation change. Turn order goes back to you guys.
Okay,
I'm
Coco-
going to dual wield my guardian sword and my guardian axe, and I'm going to make a full attack action against this guy.
Okay. AC is 20.
So that's a 21.
That hits.
That's a 15.
It doesn't.
That's a 10.
One of them hits.
So I hit him with my guardian sword.
It's not a
For-
lightsaber. Max damage.
13 points of damage.
Okay. This ancient weapon from a different culture in a different time carves through this armor cleanly. Although 2 of them, you've never swung this weapon before, and it's a lot lighter than you're used to. And so it was hard to get a proper bead on where to carve it next.
Drag me
One
again, you
bites
stupid
in.
motherfucker.
Bites in. He gets him. Turn order goes to other people.
I'll let Buffbot go first.
Okay, I'm just gonna like fly to above him someplace, and now above, and from there I'm just gonna cast bless because I can have one job and I can do it somewhere.
Hashtag bless.
Hashtag blessed, y'all.
Read it off.
+1 bonus on attack rolls and saving throws against fear
Cool.
for a good minute.
Now I'll use my move action to stand up.
You do successfully. You are now standing.
Hey!
Yep. It's gonna get some magic missile coming its way. Not from the sword, but from the sword visually. For 2 plus 3 is 5, plus 2 is 7. Low rolls. Let's go. As Poco
I identify.
thinks, oh yeah, the sword can shoot magical beams, and proceeds to do so, not remembering the stipulation in the slightest.
I identify with rolling low on damage on a spiritual level.
Oof. Oof, Dex.
Who wants to be next?
I'm gonna go. Scorpion Boy once again is going to provide some flanking for the team because he knows what he's good at. And I'm
The
going
thing,
to
the problem though, is that he's seen this before, and Scorpion Boy did leave a threatened space
Yeah.
on his way through.
He will take an attack of opportunity if he does that.
Ooh, okay. Who's he here?
This Iron Knuckle smart.
Scorpion Bow is in
So
that
is this a
zone.
threatened space?
Right now, 10 feet, given that he's swinging and
It's
ball in a
impossible
chain.
for Scorpion Boy to give you flanking without being subject to an attack of opportunity, is essentially what's happening.
Well, he's gonna take it. 'Cause that's what he does.
What's your AC for Scorpion Boy?
15.
He swings with all his might this gigantic ball, and the ball lands on the space that Scorpion Boy just left. As he skitters away safely.
My true MVP.
Alright, and then I'm gonna do the same thing again because I very much.
Want to take his helmet off.
That's fair.
That is a, what was it, 24, 25?
27 because it's a whip.
Okay.
You aim a little bit lower and catch just under the neckline, and rip, and the helmet flies off, and there is nothing.
I gotta know.
You've earned a helmet.
We'll disassemble him, guys.
Effectively, you've reduced his AC.
Mm-hmm.
Does it matter? Can I say which way I throw his helmet?
Sure.
Behind me, towards the window.
It goes through the broken window.
Yes.
Into the garden.
I'll pick that up on the way out.
Think back to Koya.
Koya,
Yeah.
Yep, back up
Back
to
to the
Koya.
top. So there's an open hole there right now.
Say it again.
What?
He no longer has a helmet.
Yes, no helmet.
There's gaping. Open
Nothing
neck.
inside the armor.
Koya jumps into it.
Yeah, I want to get a running start and like plunging attack down.
What are you attempting to hit?
His innards.
The inside.
Are you just gonna
Get
put
on
this
top.
armor on?
Guys, this is like magic armor. And we're like, let's attack the organs.
I'm using the adamantium dagger.
I need a little bit more details
Okay.
on how you're like.
So there's
This.
yes,
Okay.
there's an elevation difference. So she's coming in ice pick to stab inside
Inside.
and
Okay.
end up on top of it.
On top of it.
Yes, because
So you want to
It's-
land on its shoulders.
correct.
Okay.
And stab into the empty hole.
Correct. If there's something to stab down there, I would like to
I
stab
would say
it.
perception check first to see if there's something inside there.
Okay.
Might.
Had no hay.
So
Wait, we didn't know that there wasn't something inside of it necessarily.
22 on the perception.
There's nothing in there.
Okay.
It is armor.
Now we do.
Now we officially do.
Mm-hmm. And I don't mean that like trolly, but I
No.
don't want you to waste your action. 'Cause
Absolutely.
wasting your action feels terrible.
I appreciate that.
I really want to drop a bomb inside of it.
I was just thinking about that because I have bomb arrows.
I don't even remember what I did.
You can also
with
just-
bombs.
Create bombs magically.
You can.
Yeah.
I want to do the same magnesis up and drop.
Okay. So, drop
Under-
to 30 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. And I will most likely continue to ask you to
I got
remind me
you.
of that. Well, that's a good damage roll.
Good, we'll take it.
It shakes him. Shake rattles and rolls as he hits the ground real heavy like. Five, 5, and 6. That was a good damage roll for fall
Yeah.
damage.
And I just moved a little further away.
Its turn.
So,
3 targets.
okay. 20 meets but does not exceed Umar's armor class.
My arm class is only 19.
Then it meets and exceeds.
It doesn't meet, but it does exceed.
Umar takes 9 damage and is knocked 10 feet prone
Yes.
into this space.
Stupid
As it
motherfucker.
swings, keeps swinging backward to Scorpion Boy.
AC 15.
Yes.
Barely missing Scorpion Boy once again.
Amazing.
He's the most agile little fucker.
E MVP.
Tiny. He a tiny boy. But in that arc that it swung, it was not able to gain a bead on anyone else. So its turn is now over. Turn order goes back to the peoples.
Now with flanking and blessed. Back on. Please. Does a 23 hit?
Yes!
I get to roll big numbers now.
It hit him back when he still had his helmet.
12, 13, 14, 15, plus 11, 26 points of magical slashing damage. I can't eat a Sonic.
Not with that attitude. As you carve straight down the center with this glowing weapon, passes through the armor like butter for whatever reason, and as it splits, there was nothing inside. Both halves of the armor hit the ground, and in purple smoke. Roll a luck roll to see if we get any drops.
Well, not one.
You get no drops.
We actually
Monster
lose
poop.
items?
Monster poops.
Seer real quick runs to see if the helmet did the same
It
thing.
poofed too because
Damn
it rolled
it.
a nat one.
I would have a cool helmet.
Wanted to keep it.
Nat ones be nat ones.
Okay. That is one.
And as far as you can tell, the room is empty except for the sounds of each other breathing.
No one has barged in.
What are the door situation looking like?
big double door right here.
That's a fair point, Seer. No one
The very
ever
first thing
came.
we did was drop a giant empty suit of armor from 30 feet, and no one came in.
Correct.
So either they knew we were already here, or they don't. So pretty much anything could happen.
Poco
You
is
just stated
methodically
100%
making
of the
this difficult
possibilities.
terrain.
So from here to here,
You're welcome.
I
double doors,
don't want to damage this, but I want to. The
front
immediate
of the
doorway
door.
is difficult terrain.
10 feet.
Yeah.
So
So-
Poco breaks the ground.
If the suit of armor didn't alert them, that won't either.
That's not what I'm worried about.
What are you
We
worried
have
about?
window. I pointed at the shattered window. That is our exit.
We'll move on.
What's upstairs?
We'll
So-
move as a whole to find that out.
Locked
have any
door up there.
keys and
There's a
stuff?
very
It's a
big, obvious
basic
lock
one.
on it.
I would like to be at max
Looks
health
old and a
because I'm the
bit
only weapon that
rusty.
does things at max health.
Yeah, no
I'm
worries.
just off
And
by
I'll-
a little
You
bit.
can see a keyhole on it,
Wander
but
up
it looks
and
like
check
some of
it
the
out.
metal, like
Wander
perhaps
around
it's
the
bent in it.
Someplace.
It makes it really hard to pick the lock. So it is a locked door. You have a
7.
door proceeding over there, and the
Perfect.
big double doors that is now surrounded by broken terrain in front of it. Other things in the room, there are 3 portraits that are up on that little arc, and the carpet has that majestic pattern on the floor.
Can I, since I'm up here, use a perception check to try to listen through this door and try to hear for any footsteps, any voices, anything that would suggest there are creatures on the other side?
Go ahead and make a audio perception.
Audio perception.
So for one of you, it does matter whether it's audio or visual.
Water.
Yeah, 26.
Okay. Humming. And a little bit of a crackling.
Humming and crackling. Crackling like electricity or like fire?
Like electricity.
Electricity. Mara, don't go in this one.
Okay.
And you said this was a door too?
Yes. Oh, there's one more, actually. Looks to be a staircase leading up from there.
Does the sword say which way to go from here?
I'm a check.
There's a lot of evil.
But where's the great evil?
The greatest evil seems to be this way.
We go that way. It is the most evil of all the evils.
You mean through the locked door?
I missed that part. I was up getting water.
Having seen Koya put her ear to that door, Seer's gonna come and do that to this door.
Okay.
Pika's here.
13.
Not a random.
Oh, my beautiful daughter.
No, 23, my bad.
That's a big difference.
Your whole family's here.
No. I have quite a few children.
Okay, stepping away so I can talk without whatever that was hearing me. I think there's something dying on the other side of this door.
We have to
Could
save
be
it.
evil. Could be evil.
I'll go check. Does it smell like something dead? Something smell like?
Nothing smells like.
It's just
Cool.
Nothing smells.
Just doesn't sound healthy.
Okay.
So we have in total staircase, door, right?
Yep. Locked door, staircase,
Locked door.
double door that is now surrounded by broken terrain.
Yep. There's so many of them out there and so few of them in here so far. That's Poco's logic.
We've been in one room.
Yes. And found one of them.
So I guess we have to go look for the key to the door.
Or and I take out the megaton. And the meta knowledge recognizes this won't work, but Poco brings the megaton.
Yes.
Koya takes out the Sheikah slate and sees if the metal in the lock is magnetic.
It's magnetic, yeah.
Can I just rip it out?
You can try.
I would like to try.
Go ahead and roll a CMB.
We don't need no stinking keys.
Is this proper D&D? We're baffled by a door.
No, it's
Was
us
that
seeing if
the
D&D can subvert Zelda rules.
Ooh.
20, not natural.
It honestly doesn't matter. I just made you roll for nothing because you cannot pull a lock apart, is what you're asking. Because it's locked in there. You can't pull hard enough and fast enough to be able to dislodge it like that. You You can lift things, but you don't have the ability to snap things.
Finesse.
I think we should go through the sputtering door.
Is this better door unlocked?
Yes.
Sweet. Sounds like the door to me.
We could also go up the stairs that are also leading us in the direction of Great Evil.
That is also a choice.
We could do the doors and then the stairs. Look, if we go further in, there are more of them that can come behind.
That's
Yes.
Is that correct, Fine?
Poco has to check with the sword that deemed him stupid.
Repeat the question. So I was looking over my stuff.
Literally, Poco suggested that we should procedurally sweep the enemies so that they don't surround us later into the dungeon. And then he goes, "That's smart, right?" That's basically what he's asking the sword.
Sheik said that they were following us, so we could just on the door with the sputtering thing write for Sheik and then just keep
Sheik
going
said
up
they
the
were following
stairs.
us?
Yeah.
When did that happen?
She
They-
said that they would
When I was
follow
get-
us at a safe distance.
Oh, Sheik is the they you're referring to.
Yes.
Got it. I thought you were saying Sheik said the bad guys would follow us. So
Yeah, two different things.
Sheik is coming up on our rear, so if we like
just a present for Sheik.
they'll open it, they'll fight it,
Okay, then
they'll catch up.
But what if the key is in there? We don't know unless we open the doors.
I mean, literally right now we're just debating between two paths. Both
Yes.
paths at this moment in time have equal chances of possessing the key. At this point, we might as well either put
Everybody
it to a vote or
vote.
flip a
Door.
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 All right.
Fine.
Which door? That
The
door?
the one we can actually open.
So, okay. There are 3 paths.
Fuck.
So, 3 paths. One leads up, one leads down, one leads this way. That's
Okay.
what it does.
Party.
So now we have 4 paths in
Yep.
front of us.
Yep, these 3 and then the one behind. I say let's stick to the ground floor.
Everybody vote ground floor.
Ground floor.
Sure, ground floor.
All right.
I mean, it's all arbitrary decisions right now.
Honestly,
I know,
yeah.
but we're gonna
We're
spend
scouting.
5 minutes talking about it if we don't just cut to the chase.
That's
Yep.
right.
Also, Koi reminds people she can just scout ahead and figure out what everything is.
I wouldn't rely on that after the night started approaching you.
Correct.
True.
It might have been the way she entered the room.
We don't have a I don't want to risk that.
Yeah, we don't have a
Okay,
reliable way to find it.
in dangerous places before, when we have walked through a door, it has locked shut behind us.
This is true.
I'm not
I'm not. She's not in front.
No, I'm not.
Which one are you?
I'm that one.
This
You're
one?
holding me.
You're in front,
Holding me in your big
And I'm
strong
right
arms.
next to her.
which is
You've entered a kitchen, and you see red bokoblins.
Making food.
Chef's hat.
I want one. What are they wielding?
Carving knife.
I love them.
please tell me
Carving
one
knife.
has a wooden spoon.
Carving knife for this one. Frying pan for that one. This one is looking through the cabinets
Guys,
right now.
if I get the frying pan, I can make Fi inhabit it.
Who is in front?
Poco.
Is this the
I can do the
overcooked game?
I can do the
Gone wrong?
master frying pan, guys.
This is
I
a mini quest, isn't it?
hate it.
I can meme on them so hard.
I love it.
I wanna say this
13.
is just a flavored side.
A 6 does not penetrate armor class as he wields his little carving knife and swings it at you.
No.
And that's the surprise round.
15.
Ooh, nice.
9.
14.
9.
Sounds like a 20 is gonna go first.
Yeah.
He swings again because he's dumb. And you said 13?
Yeah.
Meets but does not exceed.
What's a
This
master
one
sword coming in?
turns around,
Rolling pin.
looks around, realizes he doesn't have a weapon, goes back to looking through the cabinet. 5, 10, 15, 20,
They're
25,
adorably
30.
stupid. Wait, what color are these?
Red.
Red.
Okay.
Little babies.
And he swings his frying pan. 14 will hit.
I dodge the knife and get hit with the frying pan.
It's bludgeoning.
Out of the fire, right?
4 points of bludgeoning damage as you go boom right on Poco's head. Turn order goes back to you guys.
Frying pan gets cut. Does a 23 hit?
Yeah. Sword does not light up.
Okay. Against these, it doesn't?
Nope.
Okay, so he'll only take 18 points of magical slashing damage.
It did.
I wanted to eat it.
Okay.
I'm
They're-
happy.
Kill something?
They're M&Ms, so
So Umara, 2 hands are trident, and I'm going to use lunge to lunge on one side of Poco and then the other side of Poco to stab at the one on the other side.
Because he gets reach with lunge.
Does a 15 hit?
wait, so are you here?
Yes.
And that
Has
was
it been less than
I have
6
reach
minutes?
when I use lunge.
and
This one.
Okay, you're just hitting one because you said you were hitting the other one too.
The one on
no,
the other
he's-
side of Poco.
He's
Oh, gotcha,
lunging
gotcha.
like that.
So that I don't have to
visual.
move.
Okay, say your
Does a 15 hit?
15 does not exceed. Be quick.
Does a 17 hit?
It does roll damage.
That's a 7.
You skewer him.
Oh, cool.
Hey.
Oh, I feel awful.
Just red boys.
They're not reading as evil, and we're one-shotting them.
They attacked us.
It's true.
Yeah.
Has it been less than 6 minutes since we left the other fight? Or did we stand around talking for too
We
long?
probably stood around talking for too
Okay.
long.
You probably don't have to bless us.
Yeah.
I don't have another bless.
No, you probably don't have to buff us at all.
Yeah.
No, I know. I was just wondering if it still applied from
Oh,
the
okay.
last time, or if we stood around arguing about the doors for too long.
I mean,
Yeah, we argued about
Probably
doors
did.
for a
We
good
tend to stand
That's
for
all.
our-
No, I'm just watching. Y'all have fun.
Well,
She's watching
Sierra's
the
just gonna
slaughter.
go up to this guy since his back is turned.
It is.
Hello, homie. And can I just stab him through the chest with my kunai?
You kind of can.
Awesome.
Against flat-foot AC.
That is a land.
yeah, that's gonna hit.
25.
Yep, that does.
Cool. Are these the?
Did you do more than 6 damage?
He's flat-footed. She's gonna sneak attack him.
You're probably
Roll-
good.
I'm
What's,
just gonna roll it.
what's your base damage?
D4 plus D6.
Yeah.
It's possible
survive.
he survives.
Okay. I will roll it.
6.
6.
He is reduced exactly
Eat your
to
candy.
0. He's reduced actually to 0.
I
which
gently
means
killed
he's-
him.
No, that means
he's
you almost
unconscious.
instantly killed him.
He's
Okay.
unconscious.
You have to make the conscious choice
We don't have
now.
to kill this one if we don't
No.
have. If we don't want
Let's
to.
leave him unconscious.
Umara shoots it with an arrow.
Yeah, I
He
was
did.
about to go do it. Poco takes the frying pan. We don't own a wok. Now we do. I just got us a wok, guys. Right?
It's the thing is it's not as big as a wok.
We can cook small meals in it. It's fine.
I will justify being able to cook for like 2 people meals,
Okay.
but not whole party meals because that's the idea of having a full cooking.
Great.
wok.
Now, once we've killed Ganon, we can cook.
Is there anything lootable in this kitchen?
Chef's hats.
As far as if you want kitchen materials, there are definitely kitchen stuff in here. There's also some dry goods that are in this cabinet.
Pots.
There are some like rotten pots and pans. Yes, there are some like rotten fresh things in here because it has not been tended to in I think quite some time, like almost 3 weeks.
We've been adventuring for exactly 18 days.
So, as far as the dry goods are still good though. What do you want?
To smash pots.
That you can. Now the question is, do you like cooking pots
No.
or pots to smash for?
Can she
Smashing
smash a
pots.
cooking?
Can I smash a cooking
I
pot?
was
That's the
thinking
question,
pictures
can
of
she?
wandering around the castle hitting 2 pots together.
Ganondorf!
I'm in the kitchen.
I get no sleep because of y'all.
Are any of the dry goods something I could,
In a
for
stupid
the sake of
dimension, you
mechanics,
drafted.
eat for health?
One is flour.
Mmm.
Other
Just,
is sugar.
just eat some flour, everybody.
Spoonfuls, sugar.
Oh, it is 8:20. Do we want to take a quick break?
Hmm?
I find the kitchen would be a phenomenal point for us to take a quick 5
And
or 10
actually,
minute break.
and actually make food.
We're gonna pause this.
That would be
FlavorText
like a
for some
half-hour
flavor.
break.
Yeah, it's gonna be about a half-hour break. When we do it, I think we're
Oh.
making grilled cheeses for everyone.
Yeah.
and
That's a
heating
lot
up
of
some
If we
tomato
do
soup.
that, yeah.
Grilled cheese and tomato soup.
That is a hefty break.
It
That's a
is.
big break. I mean, is what it is.
I was gonna say, could we just like in shifts, since we're just sort of scouring things, and so far it's small things that we're hitting, keep the game rolling, and then Ilona and I can just take shifts in the kitchen?
As far as I would prefer, like to do that.
Yep.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Because for the most part, Jitsuko, unless we find something that's like massive and evil, like another suit of armor, she's just gonna be like held action. If somebody smells funny, I'm gonna heal y'all.
We'll scream and then you'll just say,
Exactly.
"Ew."
Just be like, I'm bleeding again. Fine.
I will also slightly justify a little metagame knowledge in pushing you guys to a room where you're not going to die, so that we can safely do that.
So
Cool.
Because as far
Which
as
room?
That's teamwork.
Teamwork.
but yeah, just
Because I want to know which one I'm going to.
because the 3 people who do lots of damage can go squish things.
So we had flour, we had sugar. As far as there should be some salted meats in there.
Salted meat.
Except for the fact that they look to have been eaten by
Those
the
stupid
beasties
motherfuckers.
on their way in. They didn't touch the...
Wait, we have flour and sugar. Can I make a cake?
Can you?
Oh, I don't have eggs. Damn it. Does Scorpion Boy lay eggs?
Not when
Hold
he
on,
can
Gannon.
eat.
We're gonna make you a
Got it.
cake,
I'm weak.
and we're gonna make you eat it too.
I'm weak.
Okay, so
Master cake.
we've got... Okay, wait. Let me see what food I have on me. We've got flour, we've got sugar.
I've got truffles.
I've got various meats.
He has rotten fish.
I have frogs,
Oh my gosh.
bass, trout, and rom. Just unidentified rom.
I have acorns.
Oh, we could make a caprese salad. With all this.
I also have wheat.
I like that I picked the one item of food that we have none of the
If we
ingredients.
had
for.
egg, we could like bread the fish and fry it in the pan, and it would be so
Guys,
good.
we invade Gannon's castle. We're like, you know what? We're gonna make some food. The biggest flex.
Well, we obviously can't reach Ganon yet. Maybe cooking is the solution
That
to the
would
cooking
legit be me
minigame.
if this were real life.
We're just gonna flex on Ganon and make
Maybe
food.
this is the kitchen puzzle.
He comes in and we're wearing an apron, and we're like, "Oh, good morning.
All of us are in the hats.
We're your new crew. Didn't they
No,
tell you?
we don't talk like that.
We all roll disguise checks. And he's like, "Oh, it's just bokoblins." And he keeps going.
The trick is, Ganon will wonder why he actually got sent food. He'll check the kitchen, and we attack him.
Boom! Surprise attack. We draw him out of his locked door.
I tell you, there's merit to cooking something right now.
We don't have anything to cook.
All right. Well, which room do three of us feel an odd compulsion to?
I'm gonna check the sword on that door and that door. Which one feels more evil?
In order to justify the pushing you guys to
Yep.
somewhere where you do not get killed, they both seem pretty bad.
Oh. So we go the
Back to
first
the kitchen.
So the one that you're not going to run into trouble is this one that was
Back in the
up
first.
there.
Okay, cool. That's where the three of us go. Well, Jitsuko and Koya look through the pantry.
Which is kind of it's kind of going to well actually no, she's back here because it's the library, which means it's the one that you're least likely for Umara and Poco to care about.
Oh.
And I'm not sure how much of an avid reader Sierra is.
I don't know if Sierra knows how to read. She got a letter. She does.
Rude.
Yeah.
It wasn't in your language, though. Are there any books in that language in this room? Never mind. I don't care.
But it is the library.
Anything with a Sheikah symbol upside down, I'm very curious about.
Doesn't seem to be any.
Okay.
Not at least on the spines. As you kind of page through it, there's a variety of different subjects in here, from a lot of history to fairy tales to previous legends to
Guys, they're
a
making
cookbook or two that's in there. So I mean that's pretty cool. You do find the symbols never drawn in there.
Okay.
But as far as you do find mentions as you're skimming through of mentions of
That.
basically what you're looking at, but
Uh-huh.
never identified by name nor identified by
Symbol.
symbol. It's always given as a description of what is going on with that organization, if you wish to call it that.
Okay.
So they, if you wish to call it that, are known by their actions. And that is how history is recording them, or at least
Okay.
the history that is propagated by the royal family.
Fair. Very fair. This could very well be just propaganda.
Maybe.
Pattern in their actions.
The most notable in there is murder.
Got it.
And it is highly believed that they're credited with murder of traveling members of the Royal Guard, if they are in small enough groups.
Okay.
There are a couple of instances as you're trying to sift your way through and find details, if you will. There are a couple instances of people who were not soldiers being murdered, although eyewitness accounts will peg them as carrying swords. The people that are murdered were always carrying rather unusual swords.
Fuck, I have so many of those. I'm covered in unusual swords.
Other than that, you can't find any evidence of anything political as far as subterfuge or alliances or anything other than just straight up people out on the field just turn up dead, and it's clearly not monster claws doing it. They're clearly wounds made by types of blades.
Okay. Cool.
High five for you.
Yes, Poco?
Can I see the slate?
Oh, sure. She hands Poco the Sheikah slate.
I turn on Magnesis and look around.
I respect you so hard.
It's a library. There's always secrets.
Because as far as one of the walls behind the books is shining out as red.
Okay. I check the threat level with my sword.
As far as the biggest threat is down.
So the Great Eagle's on the first floor.
It's in the basement.
That's what his sword seems to imply.
Or the floor is what's evil.
It's
Good thing
been
I attacked it already.
Stab the symbol!
the entire castle has been a mimic this whole time.
I hate you.
The granddaddy mimic.
Well,
So-
if we can't solve stuff master.
I'm gonna move that wall.
Pulls out to reveal a room behind it. Seems to be small, very well ventilated. Seems to have like a window with light shining in, so it's well lit as well during the day. With a
Little
singular
private study.
What's with all those lit rooms?
Just like a private study.
desk, singular, quite comfortable chair, and a singular book that is on that desk.
Quite comfortable.
Any handwritten notes we
In
can
the
snoop
book.
through
In the book.
on the desk?
In the book.
Flip open the book. What are those notes?
Diary.
Oh no.
Umara gently closes the book.
I can't read it.
This is wrong.
I literally.
She's
I don't know
missing!
I don't know if my friend is still listening, but literally, the DM from the Godlings campaign was in the chat earlier. My character caught someone who was stealing diaries earlier today and was like, "That's wrong." So I'm torn.
Whose diary do you think this is?
I don't know.
It's Princess Zelda.
Okay, so she's missing. So let's read. Maybe she wrote where she was going.
She didn't go anywhere. She was kidnapped.
Maybe she wrote the secret to her release down.
Do you think she went to her secret library alcove and wrote, "Oh, don't worry, whoever's reading in this secret library alcove, I've been kidnapped but very conveniently placed in this location."
Could have been house arrest.
She was kidnapped and brought home? What, is she grounded? Okay, but you know what, Sierra?
Upon a precursory skim, is there anything that would interest me enough to want to keep reading? Of the very 1st
We're
page
heroes
that I opened
and
to.
we respect privacy.
Well, we've
So
already established that.
for the person, for the person who's reading the diary, then.
Cannon's diary.
Dear diary, today I kidnapped the princess and found her little hiding spot.
Here's where I put her. Here's how to release her.
Just in case I forget.
Diary is spelled D-I-E. Just my diary.
Love it.
It's weird, but for royalty, there are a lot of research notes in here. Almost that she had like a cursory interest in studying effects of like certain combinations of food, certain combinations of, honestly, she was studying a type of frog. There's a type of frog that's supposed to have benefits, if you wish to call it that, upon eating something stewed up with the frog legs. And she was studying certain things.
I have frog legs.
I was gonna say, is it one of those frogs?
Depends, what type of frog is it?
Hot-footed.
It is. It's a hot-footed frog.
What do we cook them with?
As far as...
Wait,
Now
why
you
do I
want to read your diary.
Shut up!
So, it does have her research notes based on the hot-footed frog, She had interest in studying a type of technology that had been discovered.
Pickling?
Ew.
As far as it's weird because there doesn't seem to be a lot of figuring out how it works. But it was a type of technology, at least called it like technology, where they couldn't really tell. It felt like it was magic, but at the same time, certain things that detect magic doesn't read as magic.
So it's science.
So it's
Witchcraft.
science.
No, because that's magic. What Koya does is magic.
We don't know because we don't have anyone who can tell if it is.
By this point, Umara would have closed the book, and actually, she is confronting Sierra. So, Sierra, I'm noticing
Okay.
a trend lately.
Okay.
We have absolutely no fucking idea what it means to be a hero of Hyrule.
Yes, that's true.
And we all know where each of us are from because we've been there. I don't even know if you're from Hyrule.
No.
You don't.
Where are you from? You don't know?
Someone
You don't
wrote-
know.
Hold on. You got a letter once, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Where
You're-
was that from?
You're clearly from somewhere.
We're figuring out where Sierra's from finally.
Alona just entered the room like a phantom.
Koya comes in and was like, I know where Sierra's from.
Because
We went to school together.
it's not that I don't trust you. We fought alongside each other. We're shield maidens at this point. And it's not that I think you're going to betray us. I have absolutely no recollection of that. But
Were you expressly saying that I don't know how to be a hero of Hyrule, or we don't know how to be a hero?
we
All
don't
of
Okay,
us?
okay.
realize that the 3 people who were chosen by the gods, only one of them was picked to use the sword we've been hunting this whole time.
Oh, no, all of us were. Oh, you mean of the original 3? That's you.
Yes.
Yay!
And then you 2 got picked as well. So we have absolutely no idea what our stipulations are. We don't know what it means to be a hero. We don't know the qualifications. So I'm just trying to figure out as much about each of us that I can.
We were told it is because I am not smart and because you are very courageous and strong, and I forget what they said for you.
I was not courageous.
Oh, okay. It is because she is not courageous, I am not smart, but you are everything.
So it sounds like she's the only one who's actually a hero, so we should give her a
Yes.
five.
Do you want 5?
That's not the question I'm asking.
Oh,
The question I'm asking is, who are you? Literally, all we know is your name and that you have a scorpion.
and whips.
And whips.
And Ravioli doesn't like you, and you taught me to say shit fuck.
Poco makes good points, but everyone here knows my fiance. We've
Yes.
met Koya's
I
family.
know.
We've met
He's
the woman
true.
who pulled Poco out of the ground. We met Jitsuko's entire fucking village, and all we know about you is your name is Sierra, probably.
Look, it's not my fault that the quest didn't take us to my homeland.
Where
What can I
is your
say?
homeland?
Not important, apparently. My background apparently is important to what we're trying to do.
What is your background?
Why do you care?
Because I care about you. Is that so difficult to believe? Tell me anything about you. Where are you from? Do you have parents? Do you have friends back home?
Is Koya in the room right now?
I believe we can safely say that if you traveled, you probably traveled together, given that you know that you're
Oh, okay,
not.
so everyone's in the room.
Yeah.
We're just
Jitsu was just
pretending they're not.
just quietly behind a bookcase. Leaning out kind of creepy. Like a pigeon.
I don't know why I literally never thought that I would have to tell you guys this. So
We took you on because you've been branded by the symbol and we've made it this far, and by now I figured we would have learned something about you, but all I know is that I can teach you how to play Salmon Run.
And that really bothers you, doesn't it?
I can stand on the other side of an enemy from you and we can attack it. And what bothers me is that I've grown to care so much about someone that I know absolutely nothing about. I don't even know if you have a favorite color.
I bet it's black.
I wouldn't doubt it, if we're being honest. But at this point, I'm operating entirely on assumptions about who you are,
And right before we go fight the big bad guy is when you want to.
because I'm afraid I'll lose you when we fight the bad guy.
Would it not hurt less if you didn't know about me?
I don't care how much it hurts. My entire life has been based in pain. The past 15 years of my life have been built on pain.
I don't know anything about that.
Do you want to?
Why not? Go for it.
15 years ago, I led a Hylian into the Zorana. They stole from us, and I got exiled for it. I hunted them down for 15 years, stringing people up by their ankles until I found them. Guess what I found? Nothing. I found a defiled artifact that I brought back home in shame. And then that defiled artifact was placed in the halls so it couldn't be defiled further, and I, so lovingly, was welcomed back to the Wave Wardens that didn't want me there. Because all I did was fuck up my job. And so I'm doing this as redemption. I haven't given a fuck about everything else we're doing because I have a goal. I need my people to see me as more than the woman who the prince can propose to.
Thank you for sharing.
Happily. And you don't have to share if you don't want to. If you want to go separate ways and all we know about you is that your name is Sierra and you're delightful company to play cards with, then fine.
And you recently had a religious crisis.
Also that.
That happened?
A religious inquiry.
Ah.
Well, we also
Goody.
might have talked to gods. There's a lot of religious nonsense happening. There's a lot of confusion in my life
There's
right
just
now.
nonsense going on.
But tell me something about you.
I'm not from Hyrule.
Where are you from?
So.
That sounds fake. Is that real?
Make a knowledge local check.
I'm not gonna make that. I can tell you that
Make
outright.
the knowledge local check.
Oh God.
Poco
She did
rolled a
say it like a joke, though.
12.
I got an 11.
Poco knows more about this than you.
I mean,
Objectively.
it does sound like someone could make a joke and like.
Not like I was trying to bluff them, but she said it like a joke.
It sounds.
17
It
for
sounds like a
knowledge
pun.
local.
You've heard stories of low rule before, like if it's a joke, it's one that's been around.
So
Recycling jokes.
why are you here? Why are you with us?
Because I was chosen to fight the big
By
bad.
who? By who? By who?
But you're
The
still
same.
No.
I'm not interrogating.
No, I'm not worried.
I'm not worried about your symbol's authenticity. I'm curious where we have to take you back to. Who are we giving you back to?
I honestly don't even know if I can get back. So that's not important to me right now.
Then are you looking for a new home?
I don't know. I don't even know how I got here, okay? I'm just here, okay? And I'm told that I have one thing to fucking do, and then I have the chance to go home. I don't know how, but all I have to do is that one fucking thing.
Do you want to go home?
You know, at first it was all I wanted, but I don't know. Do I have to decide right now?
No, you might not ever have to decide.
It all depends.
But know that whether I'm queen, princess, or exile, you are more than welcome in the Zorwana. I will not stop. I realize you're saying it as a half a flattery and half a dismissal, but that's real. You're a hero, Sierra. And I wanted you to know that before we charge into what could possibly be many of our deaths. Because I'm very afraid that this whole "there's only a single hero of Hyrule" thing will play out. I'm terrified. Mortified even, that I'm going to lose all these people I've grown so close to over these past 3 weeks. And I at least wanted to know something about you that I could hold on to, in case I'm dying or you die.
Mara, make a perception check.
Oh God, I'm good at those! That's a natural 20, which comes out to a 32.
One of your weapons is now the master weapon.
Oh God, I have so many.
Short sword.
Okay.
So out of the corner of your eye, you basically saw its color change.
Because
You were worried about the hero of Hyrule becoming only 1 instead of 3.
I am worried about that.
well, if that happens,
1 instead of 5.
then it happens.
5.
5. I don't care if you can use the Master Sword. The Master Sword didn't get us here. We got us here. All of us. And we're sitting in a library right now debating whether or not to read a diary, and that's kind of obscene, but we're here because we've worked as a team, and I don't hate to say it because we've become a family. Because this dysfunctional group of a toddler, an exile, another exile?
An alien?
You could be anything. A vagabond from some other secret society that I don't know anything about, and a priestess.
Grandma is probably a better term.
A grandma priestess. Have all gathered together to become heroes of a land that half of them might not even want to save. But here we are doing it anyway. And I just...
God, we're just the salt of the earth.
Well, some of us are certainly salty. It's called salt of the earth.
We are fulfilling our duty.
And this isn't... I'm not... I wanted my last words said to you guys not to be me complaining about not being able to fight things. In case things go south, I wanted you to know that I do care about you. You're just so stupid sometimes.
That's me.
Respect.
That's why the sword likes me.
Though if we do go out hitting things, at least you'll be happy.
I'm gonna go out first if we do.
Then we will all die.
Well, I'm hoping I get it down to its last legs, and then I make some heroic sacrifice that's really incredible, and you all tell your children about, and then you kill the thing.
If I'm still around, I'll probably bring you back, and you'll have to stick around and tell your children about it.
Oh my god. That's an awful thought.
No idea.
Having
Nobody
children?
died.
What, you don't
No,
want a
having
grand
children
royal
that
wedding?
want to talk to me. I mean, like...
You don't want a grand royal wedding and a wedding night?
There's a knight at the wedding?
Yes. It's very
Can I
sad.
be that knight?
At a
I
royal wedding.
thought I would be the knight. We're gonna have a mess of knights
At
in
a
that
royal
house.
wedding, yeah.
I get to be a knight.
But I just wanted to know something about you. Also, what's this vague secret society bullshit that's going on, Koya? If you don't want to tell me or you can't tell me, that's fine, but I just had to ask. The curiosity has finally eaten away at me.
Fuck it if we're gonna die.
We're not going to die.
I wish we had had this conversation in the kitchen real quick. Everyone.
We can carry this conversation back to the kitchen. We have that option.
Seems like a kitchen conversation.
I and my family and my ancestors before me are guardians of most often the royal family. A society known as the Sheikah who live in the
The Sheik?
shadows.
The Sheikah.
The Sheik. Where'd she go?
Sheikah's hanging out, I'm sure.
Sheik's probably in the kitchen.
Trail on us.
We don't have books or songs or anything written about us, but we protect. We do our duty. We collect information. We have ancient technologies that we use, the slate and such, to keep the royal family safe. And whoever was assigned to the castle, to the princess, clearly failed. And I am here to remedy that.
Told you it wasn't magic.
It's still magic.
It's magic.
Told you it
Now,
was magic.
I'm pretty
now
sure it's
you
magic.
ruined my next point. Koya,
Yes?
why didn't you say something sooner? All you did was give a job description of what I do.
Because
Am I a Sheikah?
we're not supposed to be known.
No, you betrayed me.
There
You're
is
the Kodok.
another organization that seeks to destroy the heroes, the royal family, the guards. anything good and noble in this world.
Like the mice. The moblins and the bokoblins and the...
Yes, but I have reason to believe that when we found the symbol, the ward destroyed at Lon Lon Ranch, that was because of one of them.
Who are they? What do they call?
They are not named in these books.
Well, that's bananas.
What? No, there's no bananas here.
Yes.
I was seeing if I could get a rise
they
out of the
are
DM
known-
because I think I know who they are.
They are known by their deeds, namely murder.
They're the murder.
Well, I'm also known for murder, but I mean, it's justifiable.
Yes, in their case it is.
Oh.
I will be diary snooper.
And I don't. If my origin, my allegiance is known, we will likely become even more of a target for them.
That's okay. We basically walk around and say, "Hello, come find me. I am going to save the world."
We are
She
playing.
doesn't want to
I
endanger
do
her
it.
family.
We are playing the worst game of hide and seek I've ever seen. Essentially,
We're in their base,
It's
making food.
we're 100 feet from their leader.
for the rest of my people, for my family.
Is that whole town?
No.
Is Groose?
Oh God, I hope Bruce isn't. Oh my God.
No.
Is
No.
Thaddeus?
This was a place we went before I came?
You wandered off when you got there.
Yes.
You were
We walked into town and you vanished and talked to somebody for a while.
Oh, right.
Yes, that's where I'm from.
Now, Poco, I would ask you some questions,
Get it.
but you were born this month.
I can't. Last month.
Sorry.
I can tell you anything you want to know.
God, what do I want to know about you?
He's the best sumo wrestler in all of Hyrule.
I was there for that. The
Canonical.
thing is, I've been here for most of your life.
Nuh-uh.
I think
Only a little over half.
How many days have you been alive?
32.
I've been here for more than half of them.
Yes, 18 of them.
Yes. What did you do for the first 2 weeks?
I listened to stories, and I practiced hide and seek, and I tried to cook and was very bad at it and got burned, and that's why I don't like it. And I don't cook all the time. I eat raw fish. My bag is full of them.
He's not
Close it,
wrong.
close
yes.
it.
Smells like it.
Half rotten fish.
And I tried to stand up for Hesto against Maido, and Maido was big bully, and I still don't like Maido. He scares me. And I tried to be. I try to be good.
When's the first time you swung a sword?
You saw it.
So you were born, you played for 2 weeks, and then you went out on the ultimate mission to defeat all evil in the land.
Well, when else am I going to play?
It's like are there horses in Hyrule?
Yes.
Okay, it's like how a horse can walk after like a day and
No, I mean,
people
that's not what I'm upset about.
Not Master Umara. It is similar to my programming. Programming can be placed in you upon your creation.
I'm also aware of that, but here's the thing, Phi. I was born over 13 decades ago. And I spent every single one of those decades training. Swinging swords, learning how to use a hammer, shooting a bow, riding on horses, diving off waterfalls, etc., 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 until eventually my exile, where then my training became hunting. And I spent, how does 13 decades translate? 130 years? I spent over 130 years. I've been alive for almost 1,000 times longer than you.
You're the grandma.
Training. And you are as proficient as me because you were born. And that's incredible. That's frankly mind-blowing. Who the fuck is your mom?
I don't know.
That's even worse.
I don't.
We met the Deku Tree, which was his father.
No. I don't know my mom either. Why wasn't I born with incredible skills?
Observation, not Master Umara. Some are chosen. Others choose themselves.
That's bullshit. I chose for 130 years, and he gets it in 2 weeks?
Well,
It's not a race.
That's hardly a fortnight!
Umara, I didn't choose,
Yeah, I didn't choose either.
but I had to. That is why I spent the 2 weeks I had playing. Because when else am I going to?
Poco, if anyone is going to have a lot of time to play after this, it's you.
Well, no.
After someone finds you when you're hiding.
I thought it was going to end with me hiding.
No. What's gonna happen is we're gonna fight the ultimate evil. If anybody dies, it's not gonna be you.
It's not going to be anyone.
You've had the Master Sword this whole time, so you're gonna wander out of there. You're gonna go find some kick-ass hiding
You
spot.
have it.
Fine standing right there, buddy. But what's gonna happen is we're gonna fight this ultimate evil. We're gonna slay it. Some other stuff is gonna happen in that fight, I'm sure. Then you're gonna go find some kick-ass hiding spot. No one's ever gonna find you.
Maybe.
Your first hiding spot was heaven, Poco!
Well,
What is the backup?
I was going to say maybe it. I don't know. Maybe it'll be easy to find, so I can go do other things. I don't know yet.
Because you're running out of time. You've got to pick a hiding spot soon. And like I said, your first choice was heaven.
Yes.
What is the second choice?
If I told you, it wouldn't be.
I
a good
won't look,
start.
I'm just curious.
Everyone will get a letter, okay? That's why I'm trying to. I was going to give them a scavenger map or something.
Well, when
In
you
the
get found, send me a letter so this curiosity doesn't kill me.
No, the letter was going to go out to everyone when we were done. That's why I've been saving money.
It will still go out to everyone. You and I still have a letter to write.
I can't have you writing the letter. Then
If
you
I
know
can't
who
know,
I
you
did.
can't know. That's bullshit.
Well, this is true. I can't because I'm gonna be looking for him. If only to be on time for Amara's wedding.
Hey, that wedding is happening fast, and it is going to be short.
Then you better be good at finding.
Oh my goodness, can I officiate?
Can you what?
Officiate.
Get it?
Oh my god. You cannot make a fish pun about my wedding.
I wasn't intending to.
I was.
I honestly was not intending a pun.
We made a punt.
Okay.
I gently kick your ankle.
Okay, so here's the plan with the wedding.
Yes.
I walk in.
Making wedding plans.
I take
Fancy
side on up.
Gantor.
I take him to the temple.
No. Okay, so good so far.
And then someone says, "Wali-da-di-da, you're married, kiss."
I know, but can I?
Sure.
Yes.
As long as you're there on time. Because like I said, it's gonna happen fast, and it's gonna be quick.
Okay, so it's enough time for me to get there. That's okay.
So, because I will be going there immediately after we kill this evil, I will be getting married to my soon-to-be husband, and then I'm gonna probably fuck off and join the Way Wardens again.
Okay, idea.
There's
Yes.
people that didn't
You
want you.
go get married. Yes, I be knight because you said I could be wedding night, and then I go hide, and then you say, "Oh, Wave Wardens, I'm sorry, I have to do this," and you hold up the letter that I sent to everyone in all Hyrule. It is your duty. I can say the one chosen by Hylia has destined you to find him.
And then I spend the next 132 years looking for you?
You're bad at finding me if it takes you that long.
Poco, tell me how many Koroks I found in our time together.
At least one.
Who?
Oh, I found one.
You did. I think you're
I
ahead of
found
me.
that stoner.
Yes. And you found the one in the tree.
Oh my god, I did. I'm
Yes.
great at this.
Yes, exactly. Every time you've looked for one, you've found one.
I'm batting 100. Is that a
You're
term
the
now?
best finder in all Hyrule.
What can I say? I'm incredible.
So if I'm the best hider and you're the best finder, then that will be the game we can play after I am your wedding night.
And then we'll find out who's truly better at
At
finding and or hiding.
yes, and then we can
And then
switch.
you can switch.
Oh my god, I'm so large! Where am I gonna hide?
Kevin,
We already can't. We already told them that's the hiding
How
place.
am I going-
We obviously can't go to heaven again.
I can't.
What? Oh, am I allowed to if you suggested that I go to heaven?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I just know it was the best hiding place, and I'm
understand the rules
very
of that.
difficultly.
Hide and seek sounds very complicated.
Look, you find a place, you hide, you wait for someone to find you. They find you, you say, "Yeah, haha, you found me," and
Where
you
am I
give
gonna
them
get a Korok seed?
from me.
Wait, so are we just gonna pass this Korok seed back?
Oh
and
no,
forth?
you're not.
game.
You're not. No. You're not the Korok, so you don't have a seed, so you can't give.
What,
so
do I have to give you a Zora scale?
Sure.
That's actually a shockingly good point. Well, okay, so here's the thing, Poco. Here's the thing.
Mhm.
If I find you,
Mhm.
and then you have to find me, we obviously know I'm gonna hide in the water somewhere. So, and then Umara, she reaches into her bag and produces the golden Zora scale and hands it to Poco. You're going to need this.
Okay.
Because you physically can't go underwater without it.
Yes, I float.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You're quite good at it.
I'm the best diver and floater in all Hyrule. And now, the best swimmer. I'm joking. I have never gone swimming in my life.
I've seen you swim, and it's not pathetic, but it's not
Floats real
something
good.
to write
We're
about.
cooking metagame. We're on the last sandwich.
Okay, cool.
And then there's no more. They've been eating them all.
I would respect that.
They've been like, you had
Yeah.
your chance.
Yeah.
At one
Okay.
point during
Sounds
all
like
of
you
that,
guys are
Alpha
gonna
said
have
they
some
were gonna
fun.
cry.
Oh.
We got you, Alpha.
So, Sierra, whether or not you go home, we have to try and
Hold
race to
on.
find Poco.
I think I know where I'm hiding.
We don't even know how to get there.
Exactly. How will you ever find me?
How will you ever get there?
You don't want to
That's
go
a
there.
secret.
Oh my god.
Poco, you don't want to go
You're gonna get whisked back to your homeland, and Poco's gonna grab you by the fucking ankle, and I'm gonna have to find out how to get there.
Well,
Sierra.
I'm not going.
That'll
so
be an
no.
entirely another
Okay.
adventure.
No, she said she's not going, so she's not going.
Oh, okay. Well, that narrows down the hiding places. He's
No,
not
no,
gonna be
that's
in
just
heaven,
her.
and he's not gonna be in low rule.
That'll just be her hiding place when we go find hiding.
Oh my god, I'm so confused. Is this a round of winner goes hides?
Why can anyone hide in the weapon?
Poco, you are not
Fi's
allowed to
been
hide
here
inside.
To address your question, no.
Thank you, Fi.
That really narrows it down. At least she's to the point, okay?
What we can say for other weird spiritual meanings.
To
come
address
across.
your question, no. That might have been it for me. I don't know if I can fight Ganon anymore. I'm dead.
I just slayed us all.
Oh my god.
Okay, so I won't be in weapon. I won't be in the
So,
Sacred Realm.
we know a
and
lot of
I
places
won't
that Poco
be in
won't
Low
be.
Rule.
That narrows it down.
He's not going to be in low rule, which we can't access.
But
he's
now-
not going to be in heaven, which we can't access.
Now-
and he's not going to be inside of a weapon.
But I could be in the water now.
I would
Goes in the fish bag, and I make sure to like dig it deep in there.
I would prefer you hide in the water, Poco.
Not Master Umara. It is theoretically possible to return to the Sacred Realm. You would have to return the Master Sword to its pedestal within the Temple of Time to do so.
Oh, okay. So only one of us could do it. Actually, wait. So theoretically, Poco brings back the Master Sword. He gets whisked away to the Sacred Realm. To find him, I go and retrieve the Master Sword. And then I go through that vision quest again. And instead of doing any of the vision nonsense, I just find Poco.
It is unknown whether or not this would be a successful.
What's my percentage?
Calculating.
50.
Well,
Calculating.
the rock was
calculating,
15, and that was the most
calculating,
dangerous thing so far.
calculating,
I mean-
calculating,
She's stuck in
calculating,
I think I found her.
calculating.
I'm so sorry, everyone.
Well, now we can't fight the great
I
evil.
broke
You've
the
set her
sacred
in a
sword.
loop.
Oh god, what have I done? Oh, I'll put the Sword of 4 in her hands.
No. No.
I mean, that's fair.
We were told not to do that.
Oh, wait, there is something I'm forgetting. Umara, for the first time since we started playing, saves the game. Because I'm not taking any of that conversation back.
On which file?
I don't know.
File 2 has to do its best to.
That one.
It's the one we've been saving on consistently.
You've been successful.
I was like, all I know is we've been saving the game. I don't know where. I just know it's not in the third slot.
Okay, so Umara's not taking that back.
No.
Okay.
Those words are canon.
Yep.
Also,
So I'm gonna
us
load a
slaves
different
now.
save,
We're going back to save 3.
which is
Go
the Great
back to
Deku Tree's dash.
Everybody has to go back to level like 3.
I think.
It's okay, we could speedrun.
We actually
We know where all the heart containers are. We
know how to avoid all the enemies.
We know where all the temples
We've
are.
had little conversations. We can just skip the useless ones.
Anytime someone talks to us, we're like, hey,
No.
hey.
like literally the fight with the wolf and the temple happens. We're all just like, have fun, Sheik, and we just go into it.
We'll be back.
It's like, okay, I solved the puzzle. Well, I've already solved it, so I solved it.
The problem with everyone leaving Sheik is that no one would get the Master Sword then.
Yep.
Damn, that would suck.
Yep.
That was entirely like meta
That was
knowledge
the trial.
wise.
No, that was the
Yep.
trial.
That was a trial in real life. Like, it could have entirely been the case that the other two got the Master Sword and y'all didn't. So it was choices that you guys made in character and as players that.
And the flavor of the week is grilled cheese and tomato soup.
Cool. I think now is our actual break,
Mhm.
just so we can eat. Yeah.
I thought that was a phenomenal moment to do some flavor text.
Yeah.
Great. It's what our namesake is. Let's go get
Okay,
some
but-
cheese.
I, as Sarah, missed it. There's a diary in a library somewhere?
Zelda's
I was
diary.
snooping in her
Cool.
diary and she got mad at me.
And then we roleplay.
I found
We
a
found a
recipe.
secret
Really
room,
well.
and inside of that secret room was a secret diary, and Sierra's first instinct was, well, I better thoroughly read this thing.
Oh no,
and
I'm
Umara
okay
was like,
with this idea.
no.
That might be something we need.
Thank you.
What would they write about in their secret library
should I
secret
know?
diary?
Guys,
Secrets.
Let's go.
Court.
it's Ganon's diary.
Yes.
What would they write in their
Okay.
secret diary?
Before we go on break, I'm going to take a moment to pimp out the YouTube channel real quick. Given that our VODs only last for about 2 weeks, which means like by the time that we kind of play the next one, the first one kind of disappears. We're trying to get them all uploaded. We do have the first episode of Hagane no Ganean already uploaded in 2 parts, and there is a button underneath that should be able to lead you there if you want to try to catch up on Hagane stuff. Yeah, we're working on it. And we're going to continue to work on it. So we're going to go on break. So we're going to eat some food. So take the chance to use the restroom, grab yourself a snack, and we will see you on the other side.
See you soon.
So, here's the thing, everybody. Here's the thing. Here's what's poppin'. Here's what's good. That was all off the cuff. No, I'm just kidding. I've been planning the conversation for like a very fucking long time, and none of these guys fucking knew it, and I just wanted to blindside them with it. Thank you for doing that with me and experiencing that journey with me. So, whoever's editing the VOD after this, it's not going to be me, I know that. Just know that I played you like a fiddle. And that fiddle playing was damn good. And I would read the chat, but my phone can't connect to Twitch, so I just trust that you guys were there with us. So that was the flavor text of the week, and I'm glad you guys could experience it with us, because that's been eating at me for a while. I feel like Umar has been in a weird emotional place, so I felt now was a really good time to reset that emotional place for everybody, because I'm not about to go into a final boss fight with weird loose ends. Yeah. And I'm really fucking excited to eat this grilled cheese, but I didn't want to leave you guys alone. I thought it would be like bad parenting. Because so many of my children are here. But, yeah. I hope you were as frustrated as I was at some points, because, God, these guys just love to circumvent some dumb shit. But this is a court diary. Like, do you know when you're like watching like Big Brother or something, and they have those cutaways to them in like some secret room talking shit about all the other people in the house? That's me right now. And this is my cutaway moment. I'm in the confessional booth. And Sarah just wandered into my confessional booth.
I'm the priestess. Keep talking.
I'm confessing. I was just telling the chat. I was like, I just want to leave you guys alone. I wanted you guys to have some company during our break.
Do you know how annoying it is to edit through all the jibber jabber we did last week during the break?
Girl, I'm
Sweet
editing
Lord.
other jibber jabber.
This
Like,
is true. You
all
are
we
editing.
do is jibber jabber. And then I actually
are
found out
wrong.
the editing's not too hard. It's just very
It's
tedious.
very tedious.
Except that one point where I got to the cup falling. Oh my god, I thought I died. I felt the pain of all our viewers in that moment. I was listening and I was like, oh, okay. Especially because it's such a fucking solemn moment, right? Oh, for anybody who needs context in case they're not watching Magical Girls. So in Magical Girls, we were doing like a really important fight. And before we went into this fight, I was like, all right, players, I'm going to give you an opportunity to like buff yourselves because it's going to be a big, intense fight. So they were like laying out a bunch of buffs and they were being very strategic and very quiet and very like introverted. Everyone was like, all right,
No,
Okay, yeah, and then
we
I'm
were
gonna-
going through our plans like, okay, I got this spell, I got this one. What do we have to set
No,
up?
but I
Who do
mean,
we
but
attack?
it wasn't quick. It was very slow. It was very solemn. It was like a funeral march. These guys were like, all right, I'm gonna cast communal protection from evil. Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. I'm gonna equip this sword.
Yeah, who
I'm
needs,
gonna.
who
It was
needs heal?
it was so quiet. Everyone was like, "Oh, who needs healing?" And then out of the blue, somebody knocked over a metal water bottle, which hit a ceramic plate right next to a microphone, and it made this huge crash. And all of us were surprised just because it broke the silence. But every single person who was listening was like, "I think I just died. I think you actually just killed me." And I felt like the worst person ever until I'm the lucky fucker who got to edit that VOD, and I heard that sound through my fucking headphones at 100 volume. And then I learned that was the loudest sound in the entire VOD. And now that I've done that, I'm gonna go get myself a fucking grilled cheese. Someone else entertain these guys.
Also, hi to lurkers if
Yeah, what's up, lurkers? If you're not one of my peeps.
lurkers are my peeps. I'm lurker pride all the way.
Yep. Dax, so because I'm not looking at my phone, you're gonna have to be my intermediary with Alpha, unless I move over there. I'll move over there.
Okay, it sounds like those two that you just listed are gone.
All right.
Alpha made the check.
No worries.
Ursa.
Beat mom up for making me cry. Court, I'm sorry, dude. I'm gonna take those things from you right now.
Okay.
PvP.
Ah!
PvP IRL.
What did I miss?
Lol.
Alpha says beat mom up for making me cry.
Alpha, remember.
No!
Alpha, you signed up to be in a game with this. This is about to be your fucking life.
Oh dear.
I was so happy. I was rolling at the floor on the floor at times.
He
Yep.
was.
So I was like, character things are finally happening.
Alpha is all caps. What have I done?
This is a you problem, kiddo.
You've clearly done the best thing.
Nothing personnel. Kid.
Welcome. There's no exit.
But I hope you guys are enjoying, everybody who's listening. Lurkers, listeners, and...
VOD watchers.
Yep.
VOD,
And VOD watchers, yeah.
VOD monsters, as I like to call them.
Because
I am one.
we're having a blast. We hope you're having half as much fun.
Yeah. I hope they're having twice as much fun. That's 4 times better than you, Court.
Damn you.
You gotta use the Sword of 4 to get on my level.
I love the Sword of 4, but I can't justify using it all the time.
Nope.
Nor should you. There are things that do AoE that haven't yet. So
The
it's like-
very first time I used the Sword of 4 was against the spider boss. And you were like monologuing to yourself, and you're like, nah, it's not smart enough to use its AoE. And I was like, what? I peed more than a little.
Alpha, you right. It was a P good moment.
Mm-hmm.
There's been a couple of them. They've been starting to hit since Hebra.
I'm glad those moments are still as impactful for them, even though they're just joining the ride.
Mm-hmm.
Fair.
That's what FlavorText is, man.
Because I've been bottling that up since, like, session
Forever.
6.
Well, Poco's comment to you, he's been bottling up from the beginning. I played in that 2 weeks because no one else was gonna.
That's fair.
I sent Dax like so many messages about that.
I've sent Dax nothing. Because Umara is emotionally dead. And literally all of her inner turmoil has been my inner turmoil, and I've been like, I don't know how this is gonna end. And I just concluded it today.
I actually think Court knows the most about Seer.
Court does, Umara does not.
No, yeah.
Umara knows Sierra's
Thomas
name.
knows a good bit.
Thomas, yeah.
I think all of us in person, like as human beings, know more about Sierra than our characters do because of that one introduction where you were like, I'm Alexis, I'm playing Sierra, who's a Twily, and we were all like, oh, thank God we know something. Finally,
information. I got Alpha too.
What?
Alpha said I played because when else would I do is what made me cry. So actually, Mom beat up Thomas.
Okay.
We're doing that with quarterstaffs right now. So yeah. Yo, Alpha, just wait. The idea behind all this is to build us up for a campaign I'm going to be running called New Dawn University.
There's going to be far more fall damage.
And if you think that character development is happening right now, wait till I put you in with a bunch of angsty teenagers.
Okay, I'm back for my son!
Hey, Maker!
Oh my god. Do you know what I found out today? Alpha watches WWE.
I respect it.
Alpha, you're Dax's favorite person right now.
He's gonna play a monk. He watches WWE. Like, Alpha's fixing to become Dax.
Twilight New Dawn? No, New Dawn University. I don't run that vampire stuff. They don't want to play Curse of Strahd.
Yes, I do.
Who said that?
All of us immediately like, wrong?
Used to be.
Curse of Strahd would be
Correct
so
me.
you. Oh my god, you would love Curse of
I'd
Strahd.
also be down to run Curse of Strahd.
That will have to be like the next campaign.
And DU's gonna be a while.
Exactly.
I'm saying, like, they're both, like, lengthy.
Yeah. Like, I don't think we could do them simultaneously. Is what
So
I'm saying.
I will run either or is what I'm saying.
Oh fuck yeah.
We've done all this promo stuff for NDU. We're gonna play NDU.
Yeah, I think we're gonna jump out of medieval fantasy into modern superheroes, and then when we jump out of modern superheroes, we could easily fall back into modern medieval fantasy. At some point, I'm gonna put this out.
He knows the Stone Cold Stunner.
I'm gonna put this out into the universe. I'm probably gonna host some sci-fi at some point.
Yes!
I'm either gonna host
I'm so
Warhammer
happy.
40k,
Be still my beating heart.
or I'm gonna host Lancer. So we're either
Lancer,
gonna,
please.
we're either gonna be small robots or giant robots. That's what it boils
I
down
really
to.
want it to be Lancer.
Be still. Oh.
Lancer, I can probably do as a one-shot because it's so
Literally?
simple.
I think I just fell in love with you a little.
Court, like, you don't understand. My obsession with Gundam is so deep that, like, I still know all of the different versions of Shining Finger and all of the, like, little speeches before it. These hands of ours are burning red. They tell us to grasp happiness. And then they attack him with the Burger King. It's great.
I will take your word for it. I understood all of those words individually.
That's one of our... That's absolutely one of our quotes.
Oh, it has to be. We need to start making like a quote list. Just things that we say where
Your
we're like,
Twitter is just basically my quote list. All you do is fucking quote me.
because you say some quotable shit like, that is one fertile lemon. She said it exactly like that too, from the other room, conceivably alone. She was by herself and just said that sentence, and then
what was it?
Oh, there was something else you said.
What did you mutter the other day?
Oh, the other day, I was just sitting on my computer and I read something, but I was alone in my room, just like laughing to myself. I was like, boneless. And Alexis had no context, so she just shouted from the other room, you can't just shout boneless to yourself like that. One of my other favorites is that, oh god, what was it? Oh, Alexis occasionally watches people's dogs. Like, she's a dog sitter. So, one time we were just driving around the city, and she goes, I have secret dogs all over this place. No context, absolutely no provocation, just out of the blue. I was like, you have what? Where? And the answer is secret dogs. And the where is all over this city. And that's all I knew.
That's all it is.
I'm just picturing the little Toby Fox dog from Undertale just randomly popping up places that Alexis goes.
That's so cute. I love that.
That was
Yo,
me
he
too.
knows the
This one was
That
me.
one was me too.
This one was me and Alexis in the kitchen. I just approached her. Again, no provocation because we're stupid people who at home. I walked up to her and just went, do ghosts have rights?
I remember this!
And then she responded, religious or legal?
So Alpha asked me to tell his joke. He says mouthwash is just boneless toothpaste.
Not if you get the crunchy mouthwash tablets.
What?
Not if it's,
okay.
That is
not if it's-
bone-only
not if it's
toothpaste.
crunchy, Alpha.
Bone
Not
only
if it's crunchy.
toothpaste. You take all the bones that were taken out, and that's all you get.
I like that Alpha and I have a little bit of a bond.
He has a bond with all of us.
Weren't you fighting Monster Hunter when the ghost thing came up?
5 out of your 6 last tweets are just my quotes.
I don't doubt that. You say some quotable shit. Sorry.
So is it the opposite of boneless? Bonely?
Bonely.
Get out. I don't care if it's our house. Get out.
Bone full?
boneful.
YouTube. That's one of my favorite tweets. It's not a quote, but it's just my favorite thing about getting pulled over is when the cop asks, "How's your day going?" And my answer is usually, "Not good, cop who doesn't look like Channing Tatum."
I respect it. So, you visited the library, which provided for you a book and several other books that were also books.
Nice.
You visited the kitchen, which you successfully cleaned out. And you're presented at least with a staircase going up and a staircase going down from the area that you currently are.
All right, gang, it's time to split up and search for clues.
No.
Hey, which way
That's a
does
great
the
idea.
Oh, wait, yeah, which way does the sword
You
rise?
have the
Oh,
sword.
fuck. Fi, can you just hop out and back into Poco's sword? I have too many weapons to keep track of where you are.
Hello again,
gone.
Fi.
Hello. Pokoro Nata Suterini.
Almost. Just so you know, I gave it to you because out of all the people who are the heroes, you are the one that I think is the most deserving.
Shut
That
the
being
fuck
said,
I mean,
Fi
you're the one
didn't.
most likely to do damage with it.
No.
Have you seen him swing a sword? He chops suits of armor in
Have you
half.
seen you swing a barrel?
Actually, yes, I have seen that. It was very impressive. But Fi can't get into a barrel, we think.
Look, I was just saying, you're the one who said what all of us were thinking and had the courage to do that, and the heart and the just you. I appreciate you, Mara. Fi hasn't said which one of these ways is more dangerous, so I think we just pick. That
Show
one.
some courage. Pick one.
That one.
Up or down? Down. Okay.
I couldn't tell which way it was.
Yep,
Oh no! We get knocked out of the way by a giant eraser. It's not
A
an
giant
eraser.
black
It's
rectangle.
It's one
it's
of
a
those-
floor master with
Yeah.
with an eraser in its hand.
A giant Roomba.
A giant Roomba.
This is right. This is the castle. They can afford proper.
They can get us
Yeah.
a huge
They
Roomba.
probably have a Roomba in each.
Can I put Fi in a Roomba?
Is it a weapon?
Okay, so wait, my
Maybe.
question for Fi
If I
now
put
is
if I tape a knife to the Roomba, can Fi like?
if, what can and cannot Fi inhabit? What does she and does she not classify as a weapon? Like, if I just start
You told her
swinging
an
it-
anchor did, and she was like, "Okay, sure."
Yeah, but I mean, like, does an improvised weapon count? Could I have her
Fine,
inhabit
yeah.
a can of Pepsi Cola and start swinging it around?
Maybe this might be a better idea.
Stick that evil.
A ladle?
A ladle.
A ladle? We could see if she could inhabit a chef's hat if I swing it hard enough.
Suffocate someone with
Also,
it. Suddenly, it's a weapon.
He's not wearing it, but Poco did take a chef's hat
I love it.
because he has to give it back to someone.
Someone has to get a chef's hat.
It's specific. It's for mom.
Oh, it's
It's
for a
for his
specific.
mom.
I thought
It's for his
it was a general someone, and I was
Nah.
like, I respect that.
Nah, like the person who tried to teach him to cook twice and both times failed. Sidna,
Well, I mean,
his
he
mama.
was less than double digits old in
Days. Well, the second time was when we went back and she taught me a recipe, and I know one recipe now. Everything else I just sort of improvised.
Same.
And
I don't know.
I've never made that recipe again.
I don't know.
Well,
Shit.
we haven't had the mushrooms to make it.
We,
Oh, I
these
have
ingredients
all
are
of the
hard
ingredients.
to
She
find.
gave me all of the ingredients.
Oh, and the random non sequiturs are because Dex is drawing our next map.
Yep.
Oh God! Now we have 7 ways to go.
So,
we have one way to go. It's forward.
hallway's real tight. A little bit of
I'll let
water.
Mara go first this time. My AC's 13.
A little bit of water on the surface. Yeah, it's pretty dank in the basement.
Oof.
Occasionally you hear this kind of skitter and scratch of like rats once in a while splashing past, and some grunts and insults in a language that you probably don't speak.
Well, I speak 2, and it's likely neither of them.
But here's the question: is it common?
Is he cursing in Hylian?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Then he's probably not cursing in Zoran.
And there seems to be a gate that has closed in front of you.
Is it magnetic?
Nope. Mostly made of stone, it looks
There's
like.
water under it though.
There is water under it.
There is.
Can I lift it?
Can we put a bomb in front of it?
Can we
You could try
cryophys
all
it?
of the things that you've just listed.
I want to first try to.
Flirt with it.
I roll to
Make a
seduce.
charisma check.
I walk up to it and I say, "You rock."
It crumbles because of the puns.
Exactly.
No, that groan I was doing.
Tina Belchers.
What?
Amber with fun just showing up. You found me.
All of us get really close to the microphone. Just make us.
ASMR.
Awful.
That's what I was thinking while we were eating. I was like, I really hope he likes ASMR, 'cause that's all we're doing.
So what would you like to try other than seducing the gate, which has failed up until this point?
So I would like to try lifting it so we can close it behind us in case this works.
Okay.
Can I lift it?
You can try.
Strength check.
Can I lift it?
You can try.
How may I try in
You
your...
put your hands on it and you
He's
lift.
asking what to roll, Dax.
You roll a strength check.
Okay. I got an 11. Can I try? Can I just take a 10? Because I'm just gonna sit here and try lifting it.
I mean, you can keep attempting to lift, but time is going to pass as a result.
Okay, I don't think lifting is the answer.
Nope.
I would like to try to cryosis, use the 5-foot thing of ice to move it up.
And the gate sings along its hinges as it is forced up into its place, and you're able to scoot by next to it.
Hey.
Forward march.
Guys, that was a real puzzle.
Praise witchcraft.
And that was a door. We had a door puzzle. We were
We're
practicing.
the best D&D group ever.
We were practicing up until that point.
That was the boss. Let's go home.
That was the great evil. I told you it was down, right?
We did it.
We knew it was down.
Oh, he's getting the M&Ms.
Mm-hmm.
Keep us in order.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to.
Oh, I think we're still in the hallway.
Oh, are we?
We can scoot through,
Yeah, like
but
I
the question
figured
is
this
how
works.
far are we going in?
So shut behind prison doors. Yeah.
Oh,
shut
shit.
behind prison doors. You have two moblins. As soon as they see you, they start what appears to be hurling insults your way. Two bokoblins that are yelling at each other and just. One bokoblin that is kind of just looking around listlessly,
Mood.
and one Lizalfos,
Oh,
which is
awesome.
the quick lizard guy.
The guys that tried to push us in the lava.
Which I pushed them in the lava.
Mm-hmm.
And a
And-
thing.
And a treasure chest. And at the end of the hallway, there is a lever.
If we want to fight everything, we can get treasure. That's what I'm seeing.
That same. If we're okay fighting 6 things, we can get a treasure chest.
Can we kill any of them before we open the doors?
We have
Let's
arrows,
try.
don't we?
No, we have a variety of methods to slaughter things.
Hold on. Who can get to full? You're at full health, right?
I'm not. Is it correct to kill a bunch of prisoners to get a box?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I think we can creatively finagle a way to get the box.
Okay.
How? Okay, so the prison bars, how far apart are they? Like on the cell doors.
Are these bars made of metal or stone?
They're about that far apart?
Oh my god.
Okay. Can Poco just squeeze through? Like
Not with all his weapons.
no, but if I put all my stuff down here, can I just squeeze through?
Can we grease them up first?
Can Scorpion Boy?
If you grease him up first, for sure.
Do you still have any butter?
I think I
we
used
cooked with olive
it
butter.
for the Hebra side quest.
We happen to have a lot of fish oil.
We have water too.
Because I'm all for creative solutions to problems.
Well,
Poco, you got fish oil on fish oil. It's been fermenting
I've
in
got
your bag.
truffles. Can we squeeze them and get some truffle oil? We do have fishes though. I'd rather use those because those are gross.
Okay, Poco bathes in fish to oil himself up.
Umara just kind of like dunks him in his own bag a couple times.
No, I like to think that she just like sticks him in like rolls.
Place
She needs
yourselves.
Oh dear.
So yeah, Umar will be right.
This is where we're looking for the alternate solution is at this door.
I'm gonna begin like right here.
Yeah, I'll stick by, I guess, by the entrance because y'all are just gonna go hit things. Which
We're
I'm
trying not to.
I'm not
What
great
are
at.
you?
My goal is to
It's
not
just a
kill
broken
prisoners.
As you pass by this one, you hear a ka-thunk. And as you pass by this
Say
one,
that again.
Search my face.
you see a rock on the ground
Are they throwing
that wasn't
rocks
there
at us?
before.
He is.
The one in there, though, spits its water breath at you. Yep, it does spit.
And nothing happens?
Because it misses horribly.
Gross.
Oh yeah.
There's water going through all this, right?
Along the floor.
Can you just block that?
Sure. I can also probably open that.
Oh
gate.
my god. Could we have ice blocked all 5 of the other entrances?
No.
Okay.
3 at once.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to use one to block this, and then another one to open the gate.
I don't know if this.
These are. I'm imagining these are like
These are
proper
like,
prison
yeah.
doors. Whereas the
Okay.
first one was just like an up and
The
down.
first one was
gate.
an up and down.
We've got me greased up.
But
So-
you can put a pillar just in front of it.
Yeah.
In front
I
of
wanna
that, yeah.
do
Yeah.
in front of that one.
Put it
so I
under.
cannot-
Hit him against the ceiling.
Splat.
He's
Yeah.
probably cussing at you if you understood his language.
Sounds like a him problem.
It
I
is.
think it's time to grease through these bars.
Yeah.
If I can.
Squeak, squeak.
Am I rolling anything, Dex?
Nah. You guys found a creative solution to the
Hells
problem.
yeah. What's in the box? It's a dick.
Gold rupee, 200 rupees.
Oh. We're gonna find the final boss. We don't need rupees. We don't have the rupee armor.
I have to send a letter to everyone. Oh,
You're not wrong.
I'm fine robbing Ganondorf blind.
I don't know if we're robbing Ganondorf or the royal family at this point.
This is
At
an
this
awful
point,
place to
it's
keep
just
it if
a-
it's the
just
royal
reward,
family.
Isn't it, for being heroes? Isn't that how it works?
Let's just go. Let's try the other way.
And the Numara kind of just like
That's called
grabs
pillage.
Poco by the hands and boom.
Yep.
Let's just go back. Yes.
It doesn't look like there's anything. Well, what's? I'm
What's
gonna
wrong
look
with
down.
It's a broken gate.
It's a broken gate. Meaning
Oh, okay.
it was a gate at one point, but it is no longer successfully a gate anymore. And it
It's just
allows
like that.
people in and out quite easily.
Yeah.
Where does it lead?
Deeper in.
Oh, okay. Well, this is, and I point with the sword down this way.
She said the most dangerous was down, so I think that is where he is.
Most dangerous at this point would actually lead back up.
Oh, never mind.
So he is on the ground floor.
Behind the locked door, I would assume.
I think this is the first non-linear dungeon we've ever been in, and we're so fucking lost.
I'm not.
I
I
am.
don't think I am.
That's why
Let's go
Poco's
up.
leading the way in all the pictures.
Up and then up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Up and then up the staircase that was immediately the other choice.
As
Where we
you
coming
approach the top of the staircase, which will be here, you can kind of hear modeling
Where's your mark?
breathing
Ugh.
and hearing steps.
Should we deal with them?
Is it
As
a
these
what?
patrol.
I
As
imagine
we're,
we're just like
we're like
peeking up.
Scooby-Dooing above the
I told you,
staircase.
gang, split up and search for clues.
Nope.
Basically,
I'm
this
Scooby.
you are seeing open air. This is the top of the walls, and the moblins are patrolling, armed big old spears. White ones, white M&Ms are representing blue boys, and the red M&M or the orange M&Ms are representing red ones.
Okay. So the orange ones are pushovers, the white ones will give us a fight.
Yes.
We're going. Should I just
That's
attack
one
them?
room I didn't stat out. It's the bathroom.
You attack?
Should I just attack them? Should we just?
I mean, they're in the way. They're not
Okay.
prisoners.
Okay, if that's the case,
When one of them gets against the wall, I'm just gonna charge and bull rush.
Okay. Make your bull rush.
14 against flat-footed. If there's any chance it's a surprise.
Well, at least I can tell you the bull rush is successful. Boy. Let's
Well,
just roll a stealth check to see if he is flat-footed. We'll go
Sure.
with that.
That's a
Flat-footed it is.
25.
Yeah, flat-footed
Because
he is.
I have a +9 to stealth.
Bye.
French.
Surprise round is now over.
Worth it.
Proper initiative.
Underneath.
Honestly, did anyone not beat a 6?
You beat a 6.
I did.
We all
Okay,
beat
it's
6.
us.
So it's you guys and then them.
Shinsuko, I think you got the highest, so if you want to go first.
It's just the standard. If anybody starts to smell funny, I'll heal them. At the moment, I'm trying to save all my spells from when we fight the great evil.
That's fair.
Okay.
Respect.
Then I'm
Tomorrow
gonna
I'll
charge.
let you go before me.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. You're a lucky motherfucker. I hope
Lunge
you know
trident?
that. Lunge trident won't do it. I could throw my trident and do it, but I'm not about to throw my trident on a battlement.
You roll a 1 and set it off.
So I'm instead just going to sword and shield it and end my turn.
I probably don't hit on a 13.
Does not.
Okay.
Does not
Okay,
exceed
Poco
our
did it.
class. And they just like kind of dodge to the side.
Take a double move since I can't, and I'm just gonna. That's gonna be it.
Sierra on the front lines.
Yeah.
Whipping
What's
good.
up?
And I'm going to shoot a metal arrow.
Okay.
And
50 feet, which is perfectly within your range.
yep, with the bow. Tis. Does 21
Yeah.
succeed?
Yes, it does.
4. Or
Are you wearing the mask?
yeah.
Is that a sneak attack?
Oh yeah. I don't know though, because we already
That's
had
why
our
I'm-
surprise.
it's-
Well, I'm asking because you're wearing the mask, and in the past we've engaged, and you've still gotten in fine.
Couple of the things that are if you're back here, you're kind of having to first of all fire behind, and he knows that there is a threat.
Okay.
I really cannot justify that as a sneak
Okay, no,
attack.
that's what I was asking.
Okay, that's fair. And I think you can only sneak attack within 30 feet anyway.
Yeah,
Right? That is correct.
that's true. Alright,
Held action, did a thing, did a thing, did a thing, did a thing.
We're done.
we did the
Cool.
thing.
So, regular Moblin is going to make a charge attack.
Come at me.
Hello.
Sierra, you're being attacked. Under the table. Yes.
13? Probably not.
No.
He misses his charge attack.
Ha.
He did his best.
Leisure.
This guy 5 foot. These guys are smart enough to realize that getting next to the edge is not going to be possibly a good thing.
After they saw their friend
That
get
fell
thrown off.
So 5 foot step there,
Sierra.
and he's going to attempt his stabbing with his spear.
To me?
He's going to do that instead. Okay. 12 is definitely not going to do it.
Probably not.
What was he trying to do?
Kick.
Got it.
Definitely a leg came out as he tried to kick you.
Just a little.
As a
Like people kicking as
Like Mackie kicking.
We'll cut that one out.
you hear a roar from this one. Not directed at you, but directed over here.
Uh-oh.
Reinforcements.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
This
Double
is why I
moves.
didn't want to
5,
draw
10,
aggro.
15, 20,
What else are we gonna do? There's so many
25,
on a flat. Like,
30. They cannot do their move because they'll need to get added to the initiative order. So,
Let's go
turn this back to
this
you guys.
way.
I'm going to charge here and provoke some attacks of opportunity.
That's fun.
You ugly fuckers. Luckily, I am at tread and shielding right now.
Okay, first
21.
one
Oh,
misses.
do we need to make you
21.
sparkly?
It is attempting.
I'm fine.
Does a 21 hit?
Meets but does not exceed.
That's really good for
Stupid
reasons.
fucker. And now,
Yep.
now that I'm flanking with Sierra,
8.
on this
what's
guy.
up, girl? Let's fuck that guy up. I'm losing all of my dice on the floor. Does a 22 hit?
Quite.
I'm sorry, that's 25.
I'm sorry, but yes,
25 dozens.
So that's
works in reverse.
4 plus
roll under
2, so 6 piercing damage. 5 foot step. You can still make a full attack.
Yeah, I know. Cleave.
All one of them.
Yes.
Cleave is 2. This one, if it hits, then cleave through. Does a 16 connect?
It does.
Okay. I'm just gonna roll the second to hit. Does a 13 connect?
Against the red boy.
Meets but does not exceed the second boy.
Okay. So first boy's gonna take 8 plus 4 is 12 plus 11, 23 points of magical slashing. So when you got the Blade of Evil's Bane.
It does not shine for these guys.
Oh, then subtract 7 from that.
So he's at 26.
26, yes. Important to know, because I am default rolling it on things that I understand as evil. I will start asking.
That's fair.
Okay. Mara did her thing. Did your thing.
Everyone except Koya and Sierra.
These two haven't done their things yet.
You can go ahead. I'm just gonna be moving up and then shooting again.
Well then I'm gonna attack this one with my whip since I know that he has suffered some damages so
He
far.
suffered substantial damage.
So plus
20,
8 plus 4.
25?
Yes.
That hits.
Cool.
I hope a 25 hits.
Me too. Well, a 23 did,
I roll
so.
1d6.
You're sneak attacking because you're flanking as well.
Mm-hmm. So,
So
2d6.
Sierra
I can
successfully fucking a guy up.
Nope.
That's still damage.
Plus 3
Six.
is 6, yeah.
6 is better than 0.
That is
Mm-hmm.
32. Oh, these guys are
32.
beefy.
The white ones are
Or, yeah, white.
Blue.
the
blue
M&Ms.
slash white.
Okay.
America.
Shooting. I'm gonna try to take care of that guy.
That's fair. I respect that shot.
Umara, I'm scared for you.
I'm not.
You're just right on the edge.
I'm not scared.
Ooh. Does a 13 connect?
Meets but does not
Yeah.
exceed.
13 is the
Oh
number
wait,
meet.
point blank. 14.
14 exceeds. but does not exceed.
Hey! That's how we do. We take those
Yeah.
plus ones.
Yeah, we do. So, orange boy.
4.
You orange rainbow boy. Did you add
once
the +1 from point blank?
That makes it 5.
I got you.
As once again, the arrow pierces into muscle and potentially bone.
Ugh.
10 out of 10 Dex.
He's like a chicken wing.
Okay, I think everyone is gone.
Bonus.
And it's what we've all been waiting for. Because Umara did stand right on the edge.
Does he provoke an attack of opportunity?
Nope.
Damn,
It's
this
a regular thing.
motherfucker.
But 12 does not.
He's close. He's ballpark.
The thing is there's 2 of them now.
Oh no.
No.
And that's a 22.
A 22 doesn't exceed my CMD.
No, your armor class.
Oh, then yeah, he hits.
Boom. So that's going to be 10 points of damage as he kicks you right in your chest. And there's a free bull rush attempt as a part of that.
Go
He's a
fuck
kicker.
yourself, buddy.
That is a 23.
That exceeds my CMD by 1.
You fall about. I think it's.
I'll be fine. No, I'll be fine.
30 feet?
I'll be fine.
So that
It's just getting back up.
is going to be.
No, she has
Take an
nothing.
additional 10 points of fall damage as you
that's-
fall about 30 feet.
That's fine.
And you are kind of.
I'm a little prone and a little far away.
Let's all create water
And
underneath
now
for
I
right
kind
now.
of have to roll.
Yeah, no, that's what you do is crouch and sit up and then jump and climb.
You had just done a bull rush, correct?
Where's this? Is just
On the first guy.
Yeah.
So that means first guy is actually still alive.
What?
Stack that up.
Because he also fell 30
A red
feet.
boy is alive?
Yeah.
Oh no.
You pushed him off and he fell 30 feet too.
I have to deal with a 1 health enemy.
Good luck.
Just
The-
let him run into you and knock himself out.
Good luck.
Oh, wait, he has more than 8 health?
Orange.
Yes. Orange
hate
rainbow
him.
boy.
I hate him so much.
Like, they're not the little goblin guys. These are the bigger guys.
Oh,
the ones that had the
I was
spears.
confused what these things were. That I underestimated the shit out of these guys.
I'm using terms that I know for
That
sure
I
very
understand.
well.
Yeah.
But we also need Orange Guy to do his thing.
I don't even smell funny yet.
Orange Guy's just gonna stab what's in front of him because they're not the most intelligent things. They don't strategize. And they don't roll too well either, so his stab goes wide.
Blessed be.
And now we have
I always let him
our
go first, so.
reinforcements.
Yep.
Yep. This
Arrive.
is why.
So one should be
There was
there.
no. Either there was no other way to go, and we misremembered, or there was another way to go, but it was also up.
I think it might have been also up. It might be the other side of the rampart.
So
Yeah.
we walked into that big first room. There was the big locked door,
And then there was a staircase, and then
and then
The
up that staircase was the library.
That was the library?
Yes.
Yes.
then there was one other staircase at the end of that intersection. There was literally
Yes, there were 2 staircases when we went to the kitchen. One went to the dungeon. One went here.
The
We'll
one
look
that
at-
was by the locked door was the library.
The only areas that you have not at least taken a look at are
I'm taking a look at the front right now.
beyond the locked door and beyond the double door.
Okay. Okay.
This
I
is
think-
literally our only path other than
I
leaving.
I think it was a remnant from a map that hadn't been erased then. Because no, there was a staircase in this general area that caught me off guard. I don't know.
Now that, as far as we're talking
Yep.
about things, given that you're on the rampart here, the proper castle is there, which in theory, spatial sense-wise, would be where the double doors lead.
So I am exploring the other side of the double doors.
Technically,
You're on the other
difficult
side
terrain
of
to get
the,
back.
of the,
I'm still exploring.
the barricade.
the reinforcements have gotten about that far since coming from the other side, and turn order goes back to you guys.
I'm gonna take a 5-foot step and you hear, move. And I'm gonna hold my standard for after Sierra moves.
I'm gonna take a
Sierra
5-foot
moves.
step and then move.
You can't 5'7" then
Okay,
move.
well then there
You
you go.
can use a withdraw
You could-
action if you want to move farther without provoking from one of the 2 of those.
But since you have reach, you can just take a 5-foot step and then attack.
I want to Poco do his thing first. Can I hold my attack?
Yeah.
Cool.
So 5-foot step and then hold action.
Mhm.
Cool. That is completely within the rules.
That is legal.
Does it back to Poco to do his thing?
Yeah, Poco wasn't clear enough, so Poco's gonna alter what he was going to cast. And Poco's gonna go ahead and drop. This is worthy of a mirror image. So, my idea was going to be an AoE.
Does a 14 beat your armor class?
Oh, these fuckers have reach.
The spear dudes,
They-
yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was spear or long spear.
Because they've just been kicking so far.
Okay. It does because my AC is 13.
So you take 13 points of piercing damage as it sees you start to cast and drives the spear into you.
Okay, DC 23, concentration. 7 plus 6 is 13, plus 2 is 15, so I fail. Okay. I didn't realize they were long spears, but I'll keep going. Because that's the way things go.
Knowledge is power.
Yep. That's Poco's whole turn, because that's it. It loses the spell.
Mm-hmm.
You said 13? 13.
Damage, yes.
Okay.
Rolled quite high.
Yes, he did.
Here's my turn. Umara shouts, "Catch!" and hurls her bag, rope attached,
Okay.
because I have 50 feet of rope.
Okay.
And now I'm going to roll a climb check to get back on the wall.
Once something has...
Once we grab the bag,
Someone's gonna have to
it's
grab
just sitting there.
it. It's not a grappling hook.
I carry 175 pounds of equipment.
And how much do you weigh with everything else?
With your armor?
With my armor, I weigh like 200. So, assuming these aren't open walls, are there not like battlements?
Like,
Are these just flat-topped walls?
it'd be over the edge, but you're assuming that your bag is gonna catch. So assuming this is like a block, you're throwing over, and there's nothing for it to hook on.
So these are...
These are open fucking walls.
That's how
okay,
I-
then
that's
my
how-
plan changes. I was
how-
imagining proper battlements.
There's
Someone
how-
else go. Someone
not
else
a
go.
handrail, I guess you could
That's
say.
how a guy fell, and that's how you fell. Oh, there goes my die.
Someone else's turn. Woman, thank you.
I'm
I-
gonna go ahead and attack the orange one because I think I can kill it with my.
You might be able to.
Wait, I might be able to. Just 38,
To hit?
28.
Okay, I was like, what
Thank you, guys.
the fuck just
God
happened?
dang, she's been holding
I
back
haven't
on
been able
us.
to do math all day.
But that hits.
Yeah, 28 does it.
8 damage.
You do wipe the floor with this guy.
Cool. One less.
Eat
How
him.
does your kill proceed? What do you do to kill him?
Violent.
My favorite thing to imagine with these scorpion whips is because they have a bunch of tiny little hooks that I just like wrap it around their midsection and pull it really hard, and it just rips
Cuts him in
apart.
2. Mm-hmm.
Well,
next?
Given that our people are slightly away, I'm going to fire a bomb arrow.
Cool.
You forget how weird that taste is.
Yep. And then you have it.
Oof, so that's a 15.
15
hits.
exceeds it. Yep.
13.
Exceeds armor class.
Cool. So
Then we'll
2d6.
get the splash damage too.
Total of 9 damage.
You kill the first.
Yeah.
Did you have point blank?
10 damage.
He's even more dead.
He's quite deader than he was before.
And how much of that was the bomb? Because there's splash on it.
Mhm.
The second D6?
The second, yeah, so that was 3.
I'm trying to think of a
I have
strategy.
I have it written
Once we
down
get
there.
close
Do
enough to
1d6
like, grab.
plus 1d6 plus 5.
The thing is, since the
Something
reinforcements are coming,
Say it again. 1d6 plus 1d6
I have
plus
a
5.
bunch of
Mhm.
bullshit
1d6
strategies
is
in
the
mind.
base arrow.
I'm just curious which one has
The
the, best
1d6 plus
chance
5
of
will be the
success.
dex mod plus the bomb. So the bomb is the splash damage, so that is
Okay. So then, yeah, proper slash damage is 3.
Is
plus
Well, we
5.
can only make 5 feet
is
of ice at a
8.
time.
8. Got it. Yeah, 8.
She
There we go.
3 of them, right?
She can't make 3.
What else they got?
we
I've
can
got
get you
the
close.
distance
We
on
can get you
this.
closer.
Yeah.
I really wanted to save this.
You can make my jump
You
easier.
can save it if you want. It's up to you.
I know, but
Drama.
it's gonna help because we only have like really 2 little shooting things. I have 400 feet on this, so
You're,
I can.
you're fine.
Jesus.
If it's on the battle map, you can hit it.
I got.
Got it.
I'm aiming for this one because that will, even though Itsuko can't see this, it will catch him in the
Yes, you can.
10 radius burst.
Yes, you can.
There are
There's
no-
flat
there are
wall.
walls.
There's
No
flat
walls.
wall.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet. Well then, centered on that one, I'm going to cast Burst of Radiance to try and blind these people. They get a reflex partial save. DC is 16.
And if you have to roll any dice for this spell, roll them.
I'm looking and I don't.
Okay.
Okay, apart from finding out how many rounds they're blinded. Which is a grand total of 3.
3. And did any of them save?
2 of them saved.
So what's the partial?
The partial is they're dazzled if they have succeeded.
Hey, I'll take a dazzle.
And are any of them evil?
Not inherently.
Okay.
They're in the same way that the Master Sword is not reacting. They have not been created by magic, nor are they influenced by.
Awesome.
I guess that'd be a good way to put it.
Then they are just dazzled, and one is blinded.
Yeah. It was the front one.
That's still dope.
Yeah.
Okay, all of my strategies for getting back up are bullshit. None of them will work. So I'm just gonna pull out my bow and shoot at that guy.
Does it hit?
Does a 27 hit?
Yeah, it does.
And then it does an 18 hit.
Yes, they both hit.
He takes 2 and then 3, so 5 points of damage.
Okay. So the first one was a headshot, and you're just dick.
Styling.
And you shoot him again. That like Robin Hood's the first arrow. Because you
Fuck 'em.
just you just
Enjoy
want
your
this guy
candy
died.
corn.
I got rid of the one on the ground!
Good job,
You-
Amara.
Thank you.
You did. So let us.
I still don't smell bad.
Okay.
Let us
Thank you.
pick a direction for this guy. And he goes towards the wall, grasping
Dumb blind.
and crying out.
I'm sad he didn't walk off.
Me too.
Very close. He might.
Just teetering on the edge.
5. So he can do in a double move, 5-foot step.
Yep.
Spear lancing straight out.
13.
Does hit and
Yep.
does 1d8 plus 6. There it is. He does 7 points of piercing damage as he follows up his comrade's previous.
No
strike.
tree sap yet. It was his strike.
That was his turn.
Just he's got me twice. It's been him both times.
Okay. Because I thought he stepped up into this one spot.
No.
Because this one did the attack of opportunity to you and then died.
No, she killed the orange one.
I killed the orange one.
The orange one was over here.
Some stuff has happened.
Yep. Someone.
And then Koya killed that one.
Yes.
Got it.
This is less important
Got
Yeah.
it.
as far as semantics, but
Is this an 8 or a 3?
that is an 8.
It's
This guy's taken 8 points
Yes.
of
Gotcha.
damage from the bomb arrow. Turnover goes back up to you guys because they've moved.
I'm not sure if we ever actually explained on stream. Jitsuko can smell if someone's half dead.
She has an ability that
It's
allows her
called
to know.
carrion sense in Pathfinder. I don't know if we ever explained that.
Just if someone's at half health or lower, she knows.
I know, okay.
And none of us smell
None of us smell. Just
yet.
yet.
Are there any trees out here?
Nope.
Damn it!
she wants to go butcher another one.
5-foot step. Describe the yellow versus the white for me real quick.
Red moblin, blue moblin.
Okay, cleave on this guy, and if it goes through, it'll hit the other.
Okay. So we're starting on blue boy.
That's a nat 1, but I'm eternally hopeful, so I'm gonna re-roll it.
Rock on.
So 27 is gonna hit,
That's a good reroll.
and then does a 16 hit the other guy?
16 hits the other guy.
Cool.
So roll damage on both.
So 18 points of magical slashing on one, and 14 points of magical slashing on the second.
Second's dead.
How
How much damage did you root?
18,
18?
and it had 8, so 26.
126?
I'll take it.
Yeah.
That's almost my mythic damage.
If he's still alive, I'm not happy.
This is the actual great evil.
Turn order continues.
I might just have to run the long way.
Hope the door's open.
Do you want your armor clean first so you can just like rush through everything?
I don't think that'll accomplish anything. Do something more pertinent.
the battle, Jitsuko?
No, it's supposed to up her
Are
protection.
are the walls made of like rough flagstone that I could potentially climb?
You can attempt to climb.
Fuck it, I pull out my anchor and I start pitening.
Yee.
Climb check of 12.
Okay. It'll take. You're not going to do it in one round.
Oh no, I am not.
Probably take.
But this is probably faster than entering the doors, running through the lobby, running up the stairs, running through the room, and then running over here.
That's some real Scooby-Doo stuff.
It'll take 2 full round actions for you to get back up.
That's less than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Well, I rolled a d4.
Umara's climbing.
Cool. Koya's gonna fire a middle arrow at that one.
Okay.
Ooh. 16.
16 hits.
What's this? 4 damage. 5 damage.
15.
You plant. I think it's the 4th arrow that you've been arrowing
Yeah.
so far, and the 3rd one that's been smacked into sinew and flesh.
Reminder that you have rapid shot.
I do.
But you have to announce you're using rapid shot before.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
no, that's why I reminded you.
Oh, okay. I was like, just in case.
Yeah.
So
Because rapid shot's great.
starting to climb.
I am going.
I did my Cleaverino.
Yeah. No, I'm just gonna go right here, if that's okay.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna attack the white one with
Yeah.
my whip again.
Creepy.
Whip it good. Oh, 19.
Roll to confirm. Does it? Oh no,
That's
never
not
mind.
my- that's
I was
not
looking
my
at the.
whip.
I was looking at the kunai.
Every other weapon, yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
19's a hit. We'll start with that.
4.
Okay.
Higher than 0.
Mm-hmm. I didn't announce Scorpion Boy's location at the beginning, so I don't want to introduce him now.
When it,
But when
it's always
combat
assumed
starts
that he's
next
just kind
time,
of on you.
I know, but I don't want to just introduce him now. So at the start of
I
next
respect
combat,
you.
if I don't bring
I
him in,
respect you.
someone remind me, okay?
Okay.
Got you.
That's a meta thing, but
No, we got you.
Has everyone gone then?
I think Tatsuka's holding, so yeah.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for somebody to smell like death. Because I'm trying to say. I only
Girl, we
got
gotta
somebody-
get you a bow.
I sold it.
I can give you my bow. I have one. We just need you to get.
I can
some
make
arrows.
you one.
We just need to give her arrows. I have a
I
bow.
have
I can
arrows.
make arrows.
We're gonna get you some gear.
I have throwing stars.
Let's finish this fight. A throwing star? No, at least a bow and arrow is like
No.
a traditional weapon that I might know how to use. Although last time it
She
just
will not
failed.
have proficiency with throwing stars.
That's quitter talk.
It's truth.
It's real truth. I sliced
He's
my
still blinded.
She could take a level in
yes.
Brawler.
So let's pick a direction that he's groping around in. He gropes around in this direction.
own. Okay.
Thank you.
I love him.
Yep.
And that's 2 turns of blindness is
Yep.
one more, I believe, correct?
Yes.
So
And
this one's gonna 5 foot.
this guy's dazzled for one more round.
Yes.
Correct.
This guy's gonna 5 foot step back. This one's gonna 5 foot step forward, and they're both going to attempt to spear straight forward.
13
That's
AC.
how they work.
17.
First one hits. Second one definitely does not.
I'm
So-
invincible.
I'm not.
I don't think I've taken a single point of damage the last 2 or 3
Why aren't
sessions.
you using the Master Sword?
That is 11 points of damage as he spears once again straight
I'm
forward.
a smelly boy.
Second
Oh,
one did
dear.
not. The dazzling in his eyes prevented him from
Yeah.
securing his attack.
Nope.
Ready to action.
Uh-huh.
I'm on the wall, bitches.
Can the ready to action let me move forward? Because the idea was that I would go to whoever started to smell.
So
Okay.
what was your ready action that you declared?
She was
That-
gonna go to whoever smells.
Go to whoever it was and do my
Well, you
calming
can
touch.
you can either so
Move or
when you
standard.
when you delay an action, it has to be a standard action.
Mhm.
So you could either move or cast a spell, and in this case, it would be move.
In this case, it'd be move to get to the person who smells strange.
That's me.
That way, when it's my turn again, I can fix it.
Cool, it's your turn.
So
Awesome.
Because that's a delayed action. That was a ready action. So
Sweet.
And then I just ended my second full round action.
Poco, take 12 points of healing.
sure,
And that
better than nothing.
just-
I don't smell so bad no more.
No, that's the most I can do with that, so I'm pretty
That
pleased
would be
with that roll.
hilarious,
Yeah.
and it would piss me off
5
so
foot.
much.
Cleveland.
Cleveland.
That would make me
Attaboy.
furious.
the more damaged one comes first with a 20 to hit,
That's successful.
and the second one eats 17.
Both of them are successful.
Okay, first one's gonna take 16 points of magical slashing. Second one's gonna take 18 points of magical slashing.
Okay, one's dead.
Yum.
So you slice him in half. Or if you wanted to slice it off his head or some other fashion.
Poco
Not
Poco
sure.
is hurt right now, and he's not going for style. He's going for efficiency. So it's just a clean upwards diagonal swipe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you basically bisect him. Second one's still kicking though.
Not for long.
I shot 3 arrows.
That's fair.
I need to write that down.
Continue. Who wants to be next?
I would like to rapid shot that singular white guy.
Okay.
What a mood.
I think that's a clearer line. I don't know.
The line doesn't really matter too much.
Yeah, 6 plus 8 is
14, which is a hit.
14.
14 does not.
Oh, so these guys are armored.
The blue
fir-
ones
The-
have
the
higher
eight-
AC.
Blue, yeah. Blue is
Okay.
higher AC.
And then the
But
other one is.
Is that including your
Point blank?
point blank?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, 14.
Is it?
Because my with point blank it's a 10 minus 2 because I'm doing
You're
rapid
correct,
shot is
yeah.
a total of 8.
Okay.
And then the second one misses as well.
If it does not exceed a 14.
It rolled lower, so yes.
That makes sense.
Oof.
Okay.
It's partially like Koi's lining up these shots. The problem is there's just so many goddamn people in the way.
Come on, everybody.
What?
And these are not the short
Wow.
people.
Get 'em.
They are the people who are equally as tall as her.
Which is everyone except Poco.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm doing the same thing.
Quit them.
Do the thing.
19.
23.
You're not
Three
fighting.
hits.
Oh, yeah, just 19.
19 also hits.
7.
Okay.
Beefy boy.
I mean, kind of.
He has more health than you.
He
That's not
Everything
saying
has
much.
more health than her.
did a thing, did a thing, did a thing, did a thing.
Got to the wall.
That's
fine.
climbed.
Hey, you're back.
Did a thing.
I'm
you,
on the
you-
wall.
you can deal with the blind guy.
I really want to push him.
This guy's about to bull rush me off, and I already fucking know it.
Yeah, he is. He's gonna try to kill you again.
Does he have reach with his legs?
No, but he can 5-foot step.
Yeah.
It's just, unfortunately, an 18 does not beat Umara's arm
Ah, you
class.
stupid motherfucker.
He's gonna get stomped.
And on his last turn of blindness, where does this guy go? 3, so it was 1, 2, 3. He goes farther this way.
He's just retreating.
He's like, I know this path.
I would too if I had been blinded like this.
Turner goes back to you guys, so...
Umara whips that anchor out on its proper chain, and using anchor short sword stats, I'm going to full attack this stupid motherfucker.
I love you.
A 10 doesn't hit.
No.
But a 20 does.
It does!
And a 7 does not. God fucking damn it.
You hit him!
I do 6 points of damage. As I stab him once out of 3 times.
It was a long climb.
Exactly, yeah. You were still trying to work your way out.
Does a 21 hit?
Yes.
Goodbye as you take another 13 points of magical slashing.
Yep, 40 was the threshold.
Anyone can have it. I've had my fill. Just because none of us went for it.
I can't kill all of you guys. On his turn. Ah! Ah!
Yep.
That's right, run.
Yes.
As he runs away.
Oh no, that's probably bad.
That's fine.
He's gonna go alert the entire castle.
We
Shoot
can't
him.
stop him.
You've killed most of the castle.
No, we haven't.
No, we haven't.
No.
There's so many more.
We've killed barely a fraction.
Well, I mean, we came up this way and then attacked, so I guess
We
we,
kind
should
of have to follow
keep
him.
going.
Yep.
So
No, we have to follow. And Poco, like, he's not smelly, but, like, he's very clearly got, like, holes all over
I
his
just
body.
fell off a building.
Yeah. Like,
Okay,
this
yeah,
is
we're
maybe
gonna-
channel time.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is a little bit.
I'm doing take stuff because I'm falling.
11.
Yep.
Ooh, actually, roll
I think we're all just
11,
collectively running all through
16.
channels.
16 health for all y'all people.
I'll take it and I'll eat another fish to go to full.
If he's gone that far, I do want to at least try to shoot it with my bow before he gets too far away.
Okay.
And
Ooh, Umara likes that idea. She's gonna shoot him too.
And
Poco's gonna wish he
I'm
could.
gonna use another bomb arrow because I really want him to die.
I'll let them do their attacks before Poco draws his bow.
She's getting fancy with hers. I'm just shooting arrows.
Let's see if y'all kill it first. 'Cause
That doesn't hit.
I don't use real arrows.
That especially doesn't hit.
What were your...
I rolled a 2 and then a 1.
and your totals?
11 and then 10.
Yep. Correct.
11 and that one.
16 on mine.
16 will hit.
Cool.
I'm like, blood rage!
3, 6 plus 5 is 11.
Yeah, you snipe him.
Okay, cool. I was about
Back
to
of
check.
the,
I was
back
about
of
to
the
check.
head, and he falls off of the...
I've never been more loved.
Next time you fall
And now we go that way.
Yep. Is Poco's bow
Forward?
of a size that Jitsuko could use?
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
Poco uses-
oversized for me. I don't actually use it as a
Everything's
bow.
oversized.
No. Yes. I don't actually use it as a bow. I use it as the visual for my magic missile when I'm at range. That's all I've ever done with it is magic missile with it. I've never fired a shot because I have a boko bow.
Because you took it off the... Yeah.
From way back. Yeah.
I just thought always that you were doing sword beams.
No,
before
yes.
At this point.
When I'm too far away to justify, like I've done the magic missile with the bow when it felt like it was too far out of melee magic missile. Magic missile has a set range, but
It's all pedantics. Let's chase down whatever our objective is.
let's go.
So this leads
Oh no, we're not finishing this tonight.
and symmetrically.
Save game.
Basically, like this carries you above the front gate with the two gigantic boys in front of the gate.
Enoxes.
So you're basically able to look them in the back of the head as you keep going.
Plunging attack.
So tempting.
And this leads to the other side where pretty much you're brought back kind of to where you entered. It's just now you're on top of the wall as opposed to previously you snuck in through an opening in it. So the Cryonis block still is there because you've only cast two of them so far.
Yes, there's 3 out total
So
right now.
you're able to see the Cryonis block on the moat that allowed you to sneak in.
We saw
Uh-huh.
We've
Other
secured
than
the
that-
perimeter.
Other than that, yeah, you kind of killed the
We didn't.
killed the guards.
Mm-hmm.
So confused.
There's a place that was deeper in the basement that we didn't go.
I guess that's the direction.
That's true.
Because now we've scouted the whole
Yes.
barricade, right? The whole.
You've scouted the entire wall, outside
I
wall.
think that's where we go.
That's the
Yeah.
only path
Yeah.
we have left.
Okay.
Yeah, other than, breaking our way through the boss room.
I'm gonna tell you that's not gonna happen.
This sounds like a boss key kind of thing.
Fair.
It sounds like any key kind of thing.
Also that.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, continuing further down into the basement.
And here's my question to you: do you want to continue this evening at current time of 10:13 and wish to push deeper into
I
the?
personally do, but I'll let people who have actual schedules say something.
I don't open, but I do work in the morning.
I do need to. I am up at 7.
Okay, yeah, we'll call
Yeah,
it.
no,
We'll call
let's call it.
it.
Then.
Save the game and call it as we make our way to the deep, deep dungeon.
The basement to your basement.
Mm-hmm.
The proper basement.
Okay. Past the gallery of fools who don't like us.
One of them tried to throw a rock at you.
The other one tried to spit.
Yeah.
They're
Ain't
both
nothing
gross.
Rude.
You guys never got close enough to the walls on foot, but these guys up top would have thrown rocks at you from the top.
So
I love them.
disrespectful.
I love them. They're my children.
In Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, there was an area that you had to go through quite a few times where you kind of couldn't do anything except run forward and dodge because beasts just kept throwing rocks at you from the top, and all you had to do is run as fast as you could and dodge.
Zelda 2's the side-scrolly
Side-scroll.
encounters, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I liked that one. I like that one a lot.
And this was my reference to that, is they had guys on top of the wall trying to chuck rocks at you. But they never got a chance. Alright, so
there was
we
one
are
that was
currently packing up to anybody who is lurking and or chatting, and want to thank you guys for coming in and spending your time with us. Really,
thank you.
really appreciate it. Hope you
Thanks,
enjoyed
Alpha.
our journey into Hyrule Castle for a bit. Also, the advent of the master weapon, as it needs to be called, because it's not always going to be a sword. Also, the character development, that was awesome to see. People and their secrets getting addressed, given that there's been quite a few seeds that have been planted that are finally starting to sprout. Hey, so thank you guys for stopping in. Hope you had a good time, and hopefully we'll see you next
And
time.
the flavor next week? Mystery meat. What's up?
Branding.
No, I like to think it's those lollipops, the little dum-dums, the mystery dum-dums.
Have a wonderful rest of your evening.
Yeah. Night all.
We are out.